Neither.
Okay, there we go. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Thursday Premiere Night. We're starting half an hour earlier at All In Pickleball Gym. I'm Alan True, and I am joined tonight by Lori Mann.
Good evening.
She is taking over. Tori is playing tonight, so we're going to get to look in on her. And, Lori, this is our final regular Premiere Night before next week's finals. So it's going to be, for some of these teams, their last chance to punch their ticket to next week. And so it should be good competition. We have mixed teams from all around the state. And what are you looking forward to about tonight?
Wow, I have loved every minute of the premiere night. I just love to watch these skilled players, their strategies. There's some new players, and I think that's going to be exciting. First-timers are going to bring some new blood into it that maybe other people haven't seen yet. I just really think it's going to be a great night of pickleball.
Now, jog my memory again. Last time you filled in, was it mixed or was it a different
It was mixed.
It was mixed. So we have you back for mixed, which is a fun format. We have some returning partnerships. We have some new partnerships. And even as you mentioned, we have some new players. But we also have returning players playing with new partners. So we're going to take a look at the bracket now. We have, for one, our number one seed, if you've been watching Thursday Premiere Night, then you know Leah Tauber. She's done quite well.
Yes.
But Casey Cullen this is his first time playing in a Premiere Night, but he is not a new player by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
Played in a number of pro events and had a good amount of success. Played college tennis, teaches tennis, coaches tennis. So that's going to be a very, very tough team. We will see if anybody in this field can upset them, but they are the one seed for a good reason.
I'm going to guess this is the first time they've played together.
I don't know that they've played together at all competitively, certainly not in an event.
Yes.
And one note on your screen, Tori is going to be playing with Aaron Mashad tonight. Kevin Andrea suffered an injury, so best wishes to Kevin as he comes back from that, but that is the one change if you are looking for Kevin Andrea. He is sitting tonight out, and Aaron Mashad has taken his place.
Speedy recovery, Kevin.
And as always, this will be largely on championship court, but for the first couple of rounds at least, we will hop around and take you to close matches or matches that are nearing their completion. So you can see the 11th point. And then after that, it'll stay right here for the matches on championship court, which will include the final. But a very, very competitive field. Some of the other first-time players in this event, we had Brandon Contrado. We did not have Lexi Contrado or Alexis Contrado. She is playing in this tonight. Vicky Heck, I believe this is her first Premiere Night event. Shiv Krishnaswamy, it is his first Premiere Night event. And then, what was our other one? Andrea was our other.
Yes.
Is she not on this? She must be taking somebody's place as well. But Andrea Rasac, who is going to be playing with Brandon Contrado instead of Jennifer Galwis. So where it says Jennifer Galwis as the 7th seed, Andrea Rasac will be taking her place. So we will introduce you to Andrea. I got good bio information from her, so we will introduce you to her as we come along. So, Lori, as a longtime pickleball player, what are some of the pillars of mixed play for you?
Wow, mixed play, you really need a lot of communication. It's very interesting. If you've never watched mixed before, a lot of people feel, why is the man running in front of the woman? And there's a lot of pieces to that. Part of it is power. Part of it is you're closing off a lot of the court. you feel like, boy, that court behind the man is really wide open. And really, in essence, what they're doing is making the court smaller and eliminating a lot of shots. So it's really fun to watch the great communication, the setup by a great female player will have a great setup, shots, and I just love the communication. I just love the way they work together on the court.
And a lot of the time the male plays the left side, which means their forehand is in the middle, so they do
Yes.
take up a little more court. We are off and running on championship court. This is Melissa Kildo and Kyle Worthy, our 8th seed. They have both played in these events and had good success. Both very good players and very experienced players. They are playing from the Lakeshore. Jenna Timmer and Andrew Chrisman. They have both also played in a number of these events. Had a really good run the last mixed event. We're very close
Yes.
to getting to the final.
Yes. And some really strong matches. I think Jenna, during that night, she really looked as strong as I've ever seen her play. So I think that was a real positive for their team. You know, we talk about seeding players, number 1 seed and down to, of course, 14 tonight. But in reality, that's a really tough call because all of these players are really great players, and on any given night, you know, anybody can win. So
Yes, and the seeds are there so that they're in a loose order, so you know who's playing who, and it gives I think outside of the 1 seed being a very clearly very strong team
Yes.
tonight,
Yes.
anybody in this field is capable of beating anybody, and obviously the 1 seed is capable of losing too, but
yes.
very evenly matched all the way through, which has been the great thing about these premier nights. If you've watched them enough, you know that the higher seed does not always win.
Yes.
In fact, I would think that I don't have the percentages, but the lower seed has won quite a few matches here. And we've seen 8 seeds give 1 seeds very difficult times.
Oh, yes. A lot of times with the matches, it's just how does it match up? Is it a power team? Is it a finesse team? And then how do they match one another?
And we've all played this game enough to know that you have good days, you have good moments, you have bad moments. It is a streaky game sometimes,
It
a
is
game of momentum, and that can change results very quickly.
Most definitely.
We've seen a number of teams get pickled in the first game and come back to win the next 2. So, and I would say that Jenna and Andrew are 9 seed. They are a team who can get very hot in a hurry too.
Yes. And because I have attended or been a part of the team up here, watching the players play, I really think Jenna and her partner Andrew have really grown together just during this season of tournaments here.
Yeah, they are a relatively new partnership. They've known each other, but Jenna was playing a lot with Ryan Settlemeyer, who they teach together down in Holland, if you're in that area and looking for lessons. And Andrew is from Hudsonville, and I believe he played a lot of mixed with Kelly Dykema, who's been in a number of these.
Yes.
So this is a relatively new partnership, and you can see that something, you said the light kind of came on.
Yes.
That last mixed night.
Absolutely.
Yep. So we're taking a look around the different courts. Just starting off on most of these. On court 2, you have Kristen Reinhardt and Jordan DeWeird, the 4 seed, taking on Tori Much and Aaron Michaud. Court 3, in your bottom left corner, that is Tia Mukherjee, who has done very well the last couple of times she's made an appearance on Premier Night. Yeah. She's playing with Sam Trent, who's also had some very good results here. They're playing against Sophia Osborne and Shiv Krishnaswamy. And then court 5 down at the bottom, that is our 7th seed. That is actually Andrea Rasac, not Jennifer Galwis, and Brandon Contrado taking on Adeline Nelson and Zach Chambers, 2 West Michiganders who are up 5-0 to start off.
Yeah, they've got a quick jump on this game. We also know that doesn't really mean very much. It can and, and it can't.
You still want to be up, but it doesn't mean
Yeah,
it doesn't mean you got it. Yeah.
It's a good place to be.
Yep.
But like you said, it is a streaky game, so
We've all been ahead, and the other team starts creeping in, and you try not to Jedi mind trick yourself, but it's really hard not to feel that presence as as your lead starts to erode.
yeah, the nothing to lose when you're down and everything to lose when you're up is a lot of pressure.
And on court 2, you see let's keep it on championship court now and finish that out. As our 9 seed, Timmer and Chrisman now take the serve back at 1-6 on the 1.
Nice surprise on that lob.
Normally, letting Andrew tee off on a high ball is not what you want, but it was well timed. It did look, like he said, surprised him a little bit. The sharp angle on that third shot dropped just wide.
He's really going for that backhand on Andrew, so.
Yes, he knows the scouting report on Andrew's forehand.
Yes, he does.
Kyle Worthy has probably one of the bigger serves of any of the players in the draw. Jenna did a nice job of getting that one back deep and forced a tough third.
Boy, I tell you, that angle, Kyle's really, he's attacking the backhand. Tough shot.
Yes.
Great passing shot there on Jenna.
Yep. Keeping him honest as well, not letting him creep too much into the middle. And that's part of the strategy and mind games of mixed doubles you were talking about. Big put away there from Kyle Worthy, and they will take the serve back at 6-2. Even though only 1 point was scored on that possession, you do feel that Jen and Andrew are settling in just a little bit here.
Yes. Oh, that's a great shot. Great backhand roll, Andrew.
Something he's added more and more to his game, I think, as he knows people are going to avoid his forehand.
Yes, he really has a powerful forehand. It does behoove you to avoid it.
Yes. But now he's giving you something to think about on his backhand side. On court 5, we are we're nearing a completion and a potential pickle here. And we have that. Zach Chambers and Adeline Nelson take game 1 11-0, which I think every time we've had a pickle in Premier Night, the other team, the team who got pickled has won the second game.
Yes.
Has won the second.
Yes.
I do not think that the pickling team has ever won game 2.
Nope. And sometimes, you just have to get that game over with and just start fresh.
Yep. Especially Andrea being her first Premier Night. And I think it seems like she was a late replacement. She is get one game to warm up. Zach and Adeline are a tough team. They've played together a lot also.
Yes.
And with it being Andrea's first Premier Night, too, we should introduce her. That's Andrea Rasac down in your bottom right corner. Not Galwis. It says Galwis on your screen, but it's Andrea Rasac. She is a 10-year veteran of pickleball, which makes her one of the more experienced players in the draw.
Yeah, you said she came from softball?
She played some minor league softball.
Fantastic.
And gymnastics, which I believe we've had a lot of different sports represented in Premier Night. I think this is our first gymnast.
Yes. We've had a dancer.
We did, yes,
yeah,
Monica.
Monica's
a dancer.
Yep.
So that is Andrea in the hat down here at the bottom of your screen. And from Troy, Michigan. Her and Brandon both playing with this paddle, which the last time we asked about, it was still kind of like pending. It was a secret.
I have to say, I have not seen it yet.
I think it's of their own creation.
Okay.
Or of Brandon's. So he was
Nice.
not ready to reveal it yet last time. Maybe we can work it out of him tonight. I think they did end up getting a point there, so there will not be a second straight pickle.
No, I think they just have to break into their game a little bit. This is a tough group of people, and it's a unique venue, and so I think it does take just a little bit of time to warm up to it.
It's hard playing people you haven't played, also, especially if we get into this groove of playing a lot of rec, and you play the same people all the time. You know each other's shots, and then all of a sudden you play really good players, and you don't know what their strong shots are. You don't know where to attack them. And that can be tough.
And it, really tells us something about the players, and a lot of times about the experience that they have. How long does it take them to figure out the other players, and where's the opening and the weakness, and with a lot of these players, there's not much of a weakness. So
let's introduce you to the other players on this court. Brandon Contrado is from Canton, Michigan. He's played in some APP and pro draws, also has done very well in singles as well as doubles. Adeline covered her mouth there as she hits Andrea, not intentionally.
Whoops.
That happens sometimes.
Whoops.
Say sorry. And Brandon comes from background of a couple different sports, but hockey was his big sport. He was a former professional hockey player in Europe.
I believe he's still plays a little bit.
Still playing a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep. Still plays single A. So I've seen some of those. I've seen some social media posts of people in colder climates playing pickleball on ice. I bet he would be good at that.
Yes.
And then Zach Chambers and Adeline Nelson, both West Michiganders, Grand Rapids area, both played college tennis. So coached college tennis, and both are two of, I would say, still we can call them newer players in the Grand Rapids scene, but two who came in right away and were, you just knew
Yes.
right away they're going to be pretty good, and they have made good on those predictions.
It's interesting how you can recognize very quickly those people who will advance quickly.
Even I would say I've done a number of beginner lessons or watched a number of beginner lessons, and you can almost tell from the first time a person judges a ball and strikes the ball.
Yes.
Now, I will say this. There are some people who are high-level players who, at first, you would not have thought that. So
You're correct.
You can work your way to it.
Yes.
I think it's easier to identify when it's, there are obvious ones, but there are a number of players who I think would even tell you themselves, I never thought I'd play 4-5, 5-0, and they medal in those.
Love of the sport, work ethic, willingness to practice.
And I think why the sport is so popular is that you can equalize out physical talent.
Absolutely.
With consistency and technique and
Strategy.
Strategy.
And being able to read the other player, that's kind of a gift.
and consistency,
yes,
for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
So we are at 10-9, as we talked about with seeding. Sometimes the seeds don't matter, and this is certainly one of those examples. Jordan and Kristen, Kristen Reinhardt, Jordan DeWeerd, very experienced
solid
team. And Aaron Michaud steps in and says, "You rest that ankle, Kevin. I'll take care of business."
Right.
at least in game one, so 11-9. I mean, I suppose you should keep your voice warm, Lori, because maybe Tori will. Maybe we'll lose Tori.
I'm going to have to work up here a lot, aren't I?
You might. It looks like, and then down on court 3, that's a significant upset in the first game, I would say. Our 12 seed beating
big
Tia and Sam, who are two players who have done really well in there.
That is a big. that is a big upset. Yeah. Tia and Sam are.
That is a tough,
really
team.
Strong team.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I have not watched Shiv play before.
This is my first time seeing her.
I have seen Sophia play and played a little bit of rec with her. But I assume that he played well.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that.
This is the youth court too.
Yes.
Tia is 22 from Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. Michigan played tennis at Michigan State. Plays tennis at Michigan State. Yep. Sam Trent from Fishers, Indiana, 25 years old. Comes from soccer and ultimate frisbee. I always love to mention that as a former ultimate player myself. Shiv is from Orlando, Florida. And yeah.
I wonder what he's doing up here. I wonder what his connection is.
He played tennis for 18 years and competitive table tennis. He's played in PPA Utah Futures.
Wow.
So he's a pretty accomplished player.
Yeah, yes. And Sophia is our youngest player at 20. And let's see, she medaled last in the APP Chicago. Played tennis and volleyball in high school. Very athletic.
And pickleball family. Everybody plays.
Everybody
Mom,
plays.
Dad, brother.
Yes.
And a reminder, next week is our Premier Night Championships, and it starts at 5. It's going to be a progressive draw. So by progressive, it means we're gonna play the draws at the same time. We'll kind of progress through them. That's not referring to politics. Okay? It's a progressive draw. And it's also not sponsored by Progressive. I don't want any confusion on either of that. But it starts at 5, so if you're planning on being here, you're planning on tuning in, you may have to make up an excuse at work and make sure you're out here by 5.
Yeah, come and have dinner. Come and have some hot dogs and hot chocolate.
It'll be great. It'll be fun. I may wear a suit. It's the Premier Night Finals.
I know, right?
So it'll be a great ending to a great season.
It is going to be an amazing night. I would suggest not missing it.
And we're done on court 5. Oh, Nelson and Zach Chambers roll 11-0.
Boy, they sure did.
And 11-2. They are going to move ahead now, and they will see our 2 seed who got a bye. That's Downey Fernberg and Alec Timmerman. If you've watched Premier Night, you know both of those names, and so that'll be a tough matchup. Adeline and Zach appear to be firing on all cylinders right now. And as a reminder, the teams who lose in the winner's bracket do still go on and play in the back draw for points, and you can watch those matches. Each court has a dedicated stream. On championship court, the 9 seed, Jenna Timmer and Andrew Chrisman, have gotten out to an early lead, 4-2, after dropping game 1.
I feel like they're warming up a little bit.
We saw that just a bit at the end of the last game. And as I mentioned before, they are a team that can get hot. They can finish a lot of points. Both have good power, and can rattle off quite a few quickly. That was a good move by Kyle. It just hit a little long. Just a little long. And of course, when we go to championship court, we have to mention our referee extraordinaire, Mr. Raymond Zamora, or Ray Ray.
Ray Ray, as he's affectionately known.
A staple of the Grand Rapids Pickleball CG. Almost got that back.
Hello.
Oh, we have our first winner. So I'm gonna go down to the interview with Zach and Adeline. Guys, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that was you didn't have to, it didn't look like you had to sweat too much. What were the key? Were you guys just coming out hot and feeling it right away?
Yeah, I mean, I think we stayed really aggressive real early and took advantage of some opportunities and had a couple of net tips that went our way, but that's pickleball.
That is pickleball. You expect but you'll likely be paid back at some point with a couple of net tips. But you have Downey and Alec next. I think you guys know them pretty well. What are the keys against those two?
Put more balls in than they do, and we gotta start praying now.
Put more balls in than they do. Great advice. Praying too. We don't look down on that. So appreciate that. That's something we can take to our beginner classes. Pray harder and put more balls in than the other team. That's great advice, Zach.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
Adeline, anything to add on that first match? Nice to get one out of the way, right? And get a win under your belt.
Yeah, 100%. I'm excited to be playing with Zach. We haven't played together in a while, so it's fun to be out here with him.
Appreciate it, guys. Good luck the rest of the way. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
So we on court 3 now. We have our 5 seed, Tia Mukherjee, Sam Trent, with a lead now after losing game 1. We haven't watched much of this court yet, so I still haven't gotten a feel for what's going on or Shiv's game. We know that Sam is very fast.
Yes.
Good forehand.
Tia's got that ripping
That
backhand.
that two-handed
right there.
backhand is.
As we just watched, she is really powerful. She has great placement with that two-hand backhand.
But for somebody who can really power the ball, her pickleball fundamentals, I thought, and her soft game in the last few premier nights were really good. You can't win as many matches at this level without having some variety to her game.
You definitely have to have it all. We're seeing the game become a lot more powerful. But when you get to the higher levels, the power really isn't the winning. It's setting it up. It's moving the ball. It's having a variety of strokes.
I will take the blame for her missing that dink. I've rarely seen her miss dinks in other weeks. I complimented her soft game, and then that's what happened. So, announcer jinx number 1. And even though I have played some with Sophia, I wouldn't say that I have an intimate knowledge of her game either. It does seem like she has improved a lot over the last couple of years here, to where she's playing at a high level to be able to play, 5-0 in APP events. And
again, she's incredibly athletic and, was getting the grasp of pickleball. And I think that's really showing now that she's been working on it, and her skills have really advanced.
And she's from the other side of the state, but is a student at Grand Valley, so I think has gotten higher level play in at Belknap and here, and that certainly helps as well, as iron sharpens iron.
Yes. It's interesting to me how good our pickleball community is here. I was in Florida a week ago vacationing, and sometimes you kind of feel like maybe the grass is greener on the other side, and I will be the first to say we have a really strong pickleball community here.
I travel
really strong.
a lot, and I always take my paddle in my shoes, and I have not found many communities that have the amount of good players that we have, and honestly the feel of Belknap and the open play.
Yes.
There have been some places I would say that get close. There was Berkeley, California was really cool, and then I know some of our club members have also gone out to St. George in Utah, and they have a lot of good players there, and a park and a court system that's very similar to Belknap. It felt like Belknap.
Yes. a couple of places I've never been. So,
But yeah, you can show up on any day at Belknap, and now with the amount of new players that are coming in, you can quickly find yourself on an advanced court playing players you don't know who are giving you a really good game. I'm like, where did this person come from?
I've never seen this one before. And usually you think when you get to the higher levels, there's fewer numbers and you've seen everyone, but not anymore.
So we did not have court. Oh, we have court 5 coming up here. That is Dee Gielhood and Nick Romano against Vicky Heck and Jared Sweet. Nick's had some good results in previous premiere nights, and Dee is a very experienced, accomplished player as well.
She's our senior player tonight. Of all the players. That's not to say she's senior, but she is our senior player this evening. Strong, came, of course, from a tennis background and taught for many years. Solid player.
Some interesting matches all around. So on court 2, after losing game 1, Reinhardt and DeWeert up 8-1, and we now have Timmer and Chrisman on championship court up 7-6, looking to both of those teams looking to push to a game 3. And the same on court 3, where Mukherjee and Trent now have a 9-5 lead in game 2. Looks like we might get a couple game 3s here.
Yes, I think so.
Nice, really good drop on that last point by Kristen Reinhardt. Gets them now to 9-1. Oh, that's a great shot by Tori there.
That was a beautiful shot.
We'll have to clip that one for her.
That was beauty. That's tough to do against Jordan.
It is tough to do. I don't think he expected that angle, and it was very sharp, and she moved him.
When we talk about smarts out on the court, Jordan is really a brilliant player. He's great at reading the game and kind of being the lead on his team as far as positioning and things.
A long-time GRPC staple, right? He's played pickleball for quite some time. And and also you can have you can have all the right ideas, and you also have the shots. He combines the IQ with the ability to hit those shots, and is a very quick player as well.
Yes. And playing with Kristen, I mean, I like to say she's the queen of the reset. She can take anything anywhere on the court and reset it.
Yes, absolutely.
And then get them into a power position.
And her dinking and her setups, very, very good. On court 3, right side of your screen, Mukherjee and Trent now have a chance to. Oh, they did. We got one game point saved here.
So Reinhardt and DeWeert have put that game away, game number 2. So that's going to go to a third game.
What a point. Sophia Osborne she's done a really nice job on that forehand to forehand dinking with Tia. She's, at least whenever we've tuned in, it seems like she's getting the better of those matchups on that one. She was able to, then she
backhanded behind Sam. That was a great shot.
Set that up and now has them to 9-10. With an opportunity here and we did get on championship court. We will go to 3 as Timmer and Chrisman finished that one out. There's that forehand to forehand dinking we were talking about again, and a nice job once again by Sophia.
If you watch her stroke, Sometimes you see people who dink and they don't have a follow-through. They kind of just pop the ball over, and she has got a beautiful follow-through on that dink, making it harder to play. And it's coming popping off there with some top spin.
On that one, it looked like she almost wanted to rip that
Yeah.
two-hander and decided to play it safe. It's 10-10. That's a great return.
That was a great return. Yes, people, it doesn't have to be all about power. That deep return to the corner, that was amazing.
Oh. Sophia almost came back with the same thing,
She
but that
did.
one's just long. And now a point to force game 3 for Mukherjee and Trent. And it's off the tape.
That was an
It's-
unfortunate. Yeah.
I guess I'm sorry, but
Yes. Sorry, not sorry.
we're
as
gonna
they
accept.
say.
But we're gonna accept it, and we're gonna go to game 3. So we have 2 game 3s now starting up. Three game
Three
threes.
game
Sorry.
threes.
Yep.
Yeah, three
Lost
game
count.
threes. And, still on game 1 with Gilhard, Romano, and Heck versus and Sweet.
I think we had so many first round matchups that they had to wait for an open
Yes.
court.
Yes.
So that's the last match of round 1.
Yep.
Their opponents, Vicky Heck and Jared Sweet. This is Vicky's first premiere night Jared has played previously. I think he's played in 2, actually. Only in... No, he's played mixed as well. So he's becoming a premiere night regular. They are from the Lakeshore area. Vicky from Grand Haven. Jared from Muskegon.
Yeah, Jared has a real sports history: basketball, football, soccer, volleyball, ultimate frisbee. Like you were saying, this is just very athletic.
Yes, and he brings that to the pickleball court. I didn't know he was an ultimate player, actually. I just learned something new.
How about that?
But yes, that's a lot of sports. And so Vicky and Jared have played together. They have played together before. I've played against them as a partnership, but it was in a Glow tournament. So
Oh, okay.
I can't really, you play a lot differently in that, so I can't really tell you much about that. You're mostly just trying not to go into epileptic shock. So that's all I can remember from that day. I could not have picked Vicky out of a lineup because I did not see her.
She was the one with the multi neon necklaces.
Yeah, she was
right?
the one. I mean, I remember having her having great hands because I just remember seeing the ball come back a lot, and that's all I saw. You can see there, that was some textbook pickleball from Vicky Heck. A lot of resets. Moved herself up and hit a nice dink, and also that's a good style to have when you're playing with a young athletic partner.
Yes. Yes.
You could see him trying to decide where he could jump in because he trusts her shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a really good point. Trusting your partner. If you know what they're going to do, you can close. You have shake and bakes. You have all kinds of things going on there because you trust what they're going to do with the ball.
And I think Jared has real trust in Vicky. Looks like that shot from him just caught that back line. And they get a little momentum now and a good hold.
Yeah, good hold.
The 3 seed Nick is from Pinckney, Michigan, Nick Romano, and Dee Gilhood. She is from Southfield, Michigan. It is her goal this year to medal in a senior pro event.
Oh, fantastic. I think she can do it.
I think she can do it as well.
if you've ever met her, she just has this great attitude. She's competitive, she's positive, and being positive out on the court really allows you to make a lot of improvement.
And it gives you a lot of options on who to play with. Everybody likes a positive player.
It's true.
Similar to the return, nice deep serve there.
Yeah,
you
kind
said.
of a change-up serve. Throw them out of their the pace, change up the pace, and great hands.
Yeah, but Nick steps over and finishes that. Vicky and Jared succeeded in making them hit a couple extra balls, but Nick steps over and finishes that point. Oh, I think that was, geez. Oh. Did that catch the outside of the line?
It looked to me like it did.
Yeah. Jared's reaction told me that he also agreed that caught the line. Nick played college tennis at Spring Arbor. We have a couple of Spring Arbor tennis alums.
Yeah, quite a contingency of Spring Arbor tennis players. All incredibly strong on the pickleball court.
Yep. You will see Connor Mogul in a little bit. He and his partner Erica Benting have a bye. Oh, they tried Jared down that line.
Wow.
Again.
Wow. That was
got it. I must be not seeing that line correctly because I thought that one
that
was
ball curled right in at the last minute. Just kind of a slider.
So court 2, after losing 11-1 in the second game, Tori Much, Aaron Machad now up 5-1.
That is a seesaw over there.
Yeah, it really is.
It's such a game of momentum.
That was, I think, what Kristen wanted. Although we would call that ball orange, probably. Right?
Yeah,
It dipped. It dipped
dipped
on her. And we will flip sides. 6-1. The 13 seed is up. Tori pushing very hard to not return to the booth. On championship court and on court 3, we've got 5-4 on both of those in game 3. So some really tight matches. Listen, this is just a little taste of what you could get if you come down here next week for the finals. So come on down, have a hot dog.
I will say the feeling out here is amazing. The live stream, is such a great thing because if you can't get here, you have the chance to see this amazing pickleball. But if you're thinking I'm just going to sit home and watch the live stream or come out, I suggest you come out.
Yeah, it is. I want people to watch the stream because I think our production team does a great job, and I like talking.
Yep.
But it is fun to be here in person. And I'm going to have to eat dinner here next week. So I tell you what, I will bring non-meat hot dogs. So if you are sitting at home and you are a non-meat eater and you were thinking, what am I going to eat if I come down there, I will bring extras.
I can attest. Plant-based hot dogs are really good.
They're not that different. They're not all that different.
They have great flavor.
Yep. So I'll bring those. Or if anybody just wants to try one. I will not force you. I don't force my beliefs on anybody. But if you want to try one, you're more than welcome. Going to keep me playing pickleball well into my old age.
I've had to change my diet to a plant-based diet, Alan. So
I didn't know that.
Yes, yeah. Back in June, I had some issues that are forcing me to make a change. Not forcing. I'm actually. I feel really good.
Oh, that's good.
And I've opened my eyes and my taste buds to some really amazing foods. So.
It's not. Listen, if it was not sustainable and it did not taste good, I would not still be doing it right now. And definitely, I've seen the benefits. All right, so you and I will both be playing pickleball.
Yes, we will.
Quite some time, hopefully, based on that diet.
Hoping for it.
And boy, this
all over the
seesaw that
place.
I can't find a better way to say it.
It's all over the place here.
Kristen and Jordan are very experienced players. I think they will not go away quietly here.
And, I'm going to say I'm surprised. I'm not surprised because Tori and her partner Erin are great players. But what is a little surprising is the consistency of Kristen and Jordan is so strong that I would see it being a closer game. So I'm thinking they're going to come back.
I think they'll at least make it tougher.
Yeah.
On Tori and Erin to close this out, although Erin appears to be playing very well, at least in this third game here that we're watching. Takes up a lot of space in the middle.
He reads the ball very well.
He's one of those players that when he started playing, it was so obvious. I mean, almost from the first time he stepped on the court.
Like he felt like he's been playing for a long time already.
Yeah,
and
he
he's
came
just
from tennis, but he did kind of get the strategy. Some of us tennis guys take a minute to understand the strategy. He did not.
For some people, old habits.
There's Kevin. His ankle's not even taped up. He looks fine. Yeah, supporting his partner.
Good.
And it is great to see Tori back from injury as well.
Yes.
Well, we did say that they were going to.
Here we go. We're going on a little run.
They were going to creep in.
Yeah.
So they are. Are those resets we were talking about?
Boy, she was really good at that.
And sets up her partner.
Yep.
That is.
Consistency, and then controlled aggression.
If you had to kind of describe Kristen Reinhardt's game in one point, that one was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
And you could see Jordan just waiting on it too, because again, with trusting your partner, knowing what they're going to do, he knew eventually he was going to get something.
Yes.
Court 3, we are getting closer to a finish there. It's 9-5. Mukherjee and Trent after losing game 1. And then having
really
to go to extra points to game 2. They are now up 9-5. That's a team where if they get hot, and it seems like they're finding their stride now, they can beat anybody.
Yes, that is the truth.
So you don't want them to get started, and it seems like they are.
Mm-hmm. I know there we go with the wind. So now
11-5.
Tia and Sam are going to move on.
Very well played there
by
our 12 seed, though. They have nothing to be ashamed of. Shiv Krishnaswamy and Sophia Osborne. So they will now move on to play the winner of Court 2. So whoever pulls that out between Kristen Reinhardt, Jordan DeWeerd, and Tori Much and Aaron Mashad, they will see Tia and Sam. And we're at a timeout on Championship Court, but they're in Game 3. We're also in a Game 3 here. So this was 8-1 at one point, correct?
Yes, it was. We're seeing what we thought we would see here. Jordan and Kristen would dig deep, and there we go.
And it's nice when you're trying to make a comeback and you have such good fundamentals that you can just trust your consistency, and they're like, and I mean this in a good way, they're like robots.
Yes.
It's like playing a ball machine.
Right.
Although the ball machine doesn't poach, so Jordan steps over and does that. But again, it's because he has so much faith in what Kristen's going to do.
He knows exactly what she's going to do. That's what I was talking about earlier about closing off that court. He can come all the way over there because he knows where she's putting the ball, and now it's a put away. You've made the court so small for them to hit into.
Aaron is able to get them to serve 2 at least there. It's a forehand at Jordan. Oh, that was the right idea.
Wow.
I like Tori's
That was a great
shot
thought.
selection.
Yeah,
Yep.
great thought. Great hustle there by Kristen.
Well, they both are digging out a couple there. And a great time for a lob.
Timely
Not only
lob.
timely, but just the perfect, just out of reach.
Not too high, not too low.
And they now have a match point, 9 points in a row after being down 8-1. Let's see if Tori and Aaron can get a serve back here. Aaron's blasting for that opportunity. And they all just get reset. But there it is.
There it is.
And they will get the serve back at 8-10. We're at 9-8 on championship court. This is just imagine if you were here.
Great pickleball, people. Great pickleball.
It's great pickleball. 10-8. We have dueling 10-8s.
Oh. Wow, off the net. That's all right.
10-8-2 on championship court. Worthy and Kildo. And it comes back. I'm trying to do my best to watch both sides of this here.
It's so hard. They're such great games.
Wow. Aaron came from the
Wow.
other side of the court on court 2. Tori
And
kept that point alive with a couple of
Not
great.
only did he come all the way across, but he went back across the court.
Yep.
I mean, great body control. Smart play. This is incredible games.
We're at 10-10 on both courts, ladies and gentlemen. And this is just round 1. This is. We've had this before. We've had one other time where we've had dueling 10-10s.
Oh, wide.
We have
Wow.
a side
That
out
was so
to
close.
2 side outs.
So close. She was going for it. It was a great angle.
Very calm shot there, Kyle Worthy. Just kind of walked up and I'm just going to place this over to the other side.
Good reach there by Kristen.
So we're at 11-10. We have two match points now. One saved on championship.
Wow, great get, Tori. Oh,
And
great
one
point.
saved on court,
Great
too.
point.
We are finished now on
Okay,
championship
all
court. It
right.
is 12-10. Melissa Kildo and Kyle Worthy. We are all not worthy for having
Hard-fought game there. Hard-fought game.
And Jenna and Andrew continue to play super well. Okay, we have our next winners down ready for an interview. We had to let that those couple of games kind of settle down here before we could get to our interview. But we have Sam Trent, Tia Mukherjee.
Wow, Tori. Sorry, that was
Standing
just an
by.
amazing shot.
That wasn't amazing. Every time we're about to start the interview, something else amazing happens. Now we have Tia and Sam. First of all, congratulations on the win. Can you hear us?
I think they want to watch the end of this point too.
They
So
want to watch the end. We can let
yeah,
them-
absolutely.
we
This
can
is too
let them.
exciting.
All right.
Now can you hear? Oh.
Yes, we've got you now.
Okay.
You got us?
Yeah, we're watching the end of this game too. We can hear you.
Go ahead and do some commentating while you're there. You're right beside the court.
Yeah.
Alan needs a break anyway.
Well, there's a lot going on right now. Yes, we want as many just sound effects and just yes. We already provide words. If you could just give us sounds.
Sound effects, that would be great.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
That's one match point saved. So here's another. We're at 11-10-2.
Wow, what a match, though, I tell you what.
Match.
Great
And
match.
T and Sam, you get the winner of that, so they're going to be nice and tired. We won't keep you.
We went to 3.
Oh, you did.
Yes,
That's
we
right.
did.
So he did go to 3. What was the key to coming back in that one?
We didn't play our game in the first couple, honestly, first game and a half, and then we just had to hit our own shots, and then that was better.
Was there anything in particular they were doing, or I don't think I've seen Shiv play before. You not played against him? Was it adjustment to a new player?
No, yeah, honestly, we were scared of him from everything we'd heard, and we were just trying to avoid him for a while, and then we're like, it's just making us tight to try to stay away from him, so we just started playing the best shot, and that's honestly what we need to do the rest of the day.
Right. Tia, do you make those sound effects when you play? Like, are you providing sound effects for your own matches?
I think I probably do. I don't think I'm aware of it, but yeah, I've been told that I make some interesting sounds when I play.
Okay, we'll have to mic you up maybe for one of the matches to see if that's the case. So,
oh my gosh.
what's you just watched the end of that match? You have Jordan and Kristen next, the very experienced team. What's the key for you two to keep this thing rolling?
Yeah, obviously they're a solid team. We've lost to them once before, so yeah, we're just going to try and go out there and continue the momentum from our last game, and yeah, just try and play our best out there.
All right, Sam, I have a question for you as a fellow Ultimate Frisbee player. Does anything translate from Ultimate to pickleball?
I think the backhand, the snap, like they always tell you, have you ever heard getting Z's on the disc? I don't know. I feel like getting Z's on the backhand smack translates pretty well.
Okay, well, I didn't throw a lot of backhands
it is a lot
in Ultimate, and I don't have a very good backhand in pickleball, so maybe that's the problem. You've just solved that for me. So, well, good luck the rest of the way, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So, Lori, we have an interesting second game here.
Yeah, this is, again, a close game, and
I think the 14 has had to come back to make it a tight game.
they are coming back, yes.
Oh, Jared would love to have that one back. That is one of his favorite shots. So we had the result on championship court, there was so much going on I didn't even mention it. So Melissa Kildo and Kyle Worthy will now play our 1 seed, Leah Tauber and Casey Cullen. That's coming up next on championship court. You aren't going to want to miss that.
I am excited to see this team play together.
Even as I'm just watching Casey warm up some of the shots that he can hit. A little bit different. So that'll be a fun match.
Yes.
First things first, though, we have other business to attend to.
Gilhood and Romano over Heck and Sweet. They're in a timeout right now. Heck and Sweet we're adding up the score there, so let's see what happens now that Dee and Nick have the ball back. So.
I've missed so many opportunities to say something as sweet as heck also, and I haven't. I haven't done it, and now we're at the end of that match.
Okay, you gotta have to get it in.
They gotta have to come on. Give me one highlight here, Vicky and Jared,
Come
so I can use that. We're also started off on court 3. Erica Benting and Connor Mogul playing against Lexi Contrado, or Alexis if you're more formal, and Sam Khaled. Sam has been a a Thursday premiere night regular now in the second half of the season. And we're done on court 5, so I didn't get to. I missed my opportunity. But if you are watching this back tomorrow, Vicky and Jared, and you want to take that from me, I will give it to you free of charge. That should just be your team name. Yeah. We'll print T-shirts.
T-shirts. I
need
T-shirts.
Get it done. And then Connor. This is Connor Mogul and Erica Benting at the bottom of your screen. I believe. Well, Connor for sure. It will be in next week's finals.
Yes.
Don't know if Erica is yet.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so she's looking to punch her ticket. Both. Well, now in the Grand Rapids area, Connor is another one of those Spring Arbor tennis players. He's from Jackson. Erica, a longtime GR Pickleball Club member.
Oh, Erica will be in the championship. She's played it in 9.
She's been in a lot of them. I think she's the one that lives closest to All In of all the players.
Yes.
So she's been
so
here a lot.
she won mixed in episode 2. So mixed.
And Lexi is from Saline and Sam is from Frankenmuth. So we want to make sure we shout out both of those towns as well. And we have our recent winner, Jordan DeWeird and Kristen Reinhardt, now joining us.
Hey.
Guys, congratulations. There were 2 exciting matches going on at the same time, so we were trying to bounce back and forth between them, but you guys had to grit that one out a little bit. What was kind of I think you were down 8-1 in that third. What did you talk about in that timeout that maybe carried you over?
Do you remember? I don't remember.
No, I mean, we knew if we could get to the line and kind of slow it down dinking. They were controlling the pace of the game with the drives, and we just kind of needed a break, and we were able to get some good drops and go from there.
Now, how much have you two played together in the past?
You've watched every time we play together.
That's it. Huh? Well, you seem like you have good synergy out on the court. What kind of leads to that?
Yeah, we play well together just because I think each of us know what the other is going to do. It's pretty easy to read. Kristen's, going to put the ball in a safe spot a lot of the time, and so I can kind of run around and pressure and do nothing but run around.
You confirmed what we said in this broadcast many times, is that you it's nice to play with a partner where you know what they're going to do, and it seemed like you did have that trust with Kristen. You now play a team that you've played before, I think, in Tia and Sam. What are the keys against them?
We're going to have to grind out some points. It's going to be a battle to beat them. They're going to be really solid all the way around, and I don't know. I don't think there's one weakness that we can pick on, so it's just going to be straight up pickleball.
Straight up pickleball, that's what we like. Congratulations, guys, and good luck in the next round.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have our stats guys. Their mics are on as well, so Pat O'Connell, Jeff Howlett. If you guys want to add anything, hop in here at any time. I'm gonna keep the ball moving, and if you need to step in and poach and say something, feel free to put one away, Jeff.
I'm in awe watching both of those 2 matches go to 12-10, each of them. I mean, it was twist our neck, Pat. You cover stats. I want to watch this point. And I think we've just begun tonight. There's a lot of talent left to come. A lot of great matches that we thought we were going to be here late, but we may be here later than late tonight. So.
Which we don't mind.
Not really. Not when it gets down to watching what we're watching tonight. This is phenomenal pickleball.
Do we get paid extra next week when it starts at 5, by the way?
I did tonight. You got yours, right?
Oh, no. I haven't seen any.
We started at 6:30 tonight, so we got – I negotiated it, though, so you had to do that up front.
We got to unionize.
Yep. Yeah, we should do that. We should have talked. We should have talked.
It's a little too late to strike. The last week is next week, so I'll just have to take it.
I'm just excited to see Casey come across. Finally, he gets a chance to come over here and show some of his skills. Phenomenal player, but couldn't have partnered up even tighter than this. I tell you what, they're going to be a team to beat. I think we're in for some real treats tonight.
Melissa and Kyle are such a tough team, too, though, that they're going to – I do not want to make any assumptions there about our 1 seed because they have a tough matchup here. Yeah. Now, Casey says his favorite shot is a forehand ATP from the left side. So he runs all the way around his backhand to do it. I want to see if he can do it with this net here.
I think he might be able to, yeah. We're going to at least see him try it, I'm sure.
Yes, there is not a lot of space. Or he might, on the other side, he would be running almost, he could go grab a hot dog if he runs that far out. So.
We're watching on the court. Erica Benting just had a beautiful ATP.
I just wanted to say, congratulatory. What a, finally coming off, sitting next to you for all these weeks and brought some real entertainment. I think she did a great job. So.
Yeah,
shout out to her.
I think a lot of the things that I say may have helped her.
It might have. Yeah. It might have.
Yeah.
Rubbed off, kind of that rub off thing.
Yeah,
definitely.
I believe so. So we have our next interview ready to go, which we will go picture in picture again, so that you can continue to watch this 8 game. But we have Nick and Dee. Guys, first, congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
Thanks, appreciate it.
So they crept in on you a little bit in game 2. What were some of the keys to kind of maintaining that lead and finishing that off when they were getting a little momentum?
So funny thing, when they took a timeout at, I think it was 3-6, right? Yeah. And I said, this is where I usually let up, so let's keep our foot on the gas pedal, and then we lost like the next, 4 points. But, it was fun. They did a great job, and Nick is so solid and very easy to play with and really light attitude on the court, which I love.
So you know yourself well enough to know when you're going to let up. That is a deep knowledge of oneself.
So sad, isn't it? One day I'll get rid of that habit.
So you still came out on top. What was then the key to turning it back on?
At the timeout, D kind of just said, we got to slow it down. I missed a couple drops and speed ups middle of the second game, and I think just we were able to make a few more of those and kind of get to the net. And I feel like that was the big difference in helping us kind of edge ourselves up 1-2 points at a time. We got stuck in the middle and we figured it out partway through, and I feel like that was the difference. So.
Nick, you're becoming a real regular on these Thursday nights. What is it about this that keeps you driving over here every Thursday?
Oh, it's a blast. I played college tennis, so I love to compete. I love the people in the community here, some good friends up here. Connor and I play a lot together, so I love to see him up here. Dee and I have played together a few times, so it was fun to be able to do this with her this time. And, I love pickleball. It's fun to compete, and it's always a great time, so happy to be here.
What is it about Spring Arbor Tennis that keeps producing pickleball players?
I know. I don't know what it is. It must be something in the food over there.
Something in that cafeteria.
Something in the cafeteria.
Dee, you are talking about trying to medal in Senior Pro as one of your goals in 2024. Do you have any events that you're signed up for that we can kind of watch you in or look out for?
The U.S. Open, but I'm not playing Senior Pro there, but I'm going to play Senior Pro at Beer City, so
excellent.
Let's go.
That will be very easy for us to watch that. Mm-hmm. So if you are coming out to Beer City Open this year, make sure you look out for Dee. Guys, thank you so much. Oh, it's a lot of people's favorite tournaments, and for good reason. Only getting better. So, guys, congratulations on the victory. We look forward to watching you in the next round.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
And this match has gotten interesting in a hurry. I believe it was our 11 seed was up 8-4 at one point, and it's now 10-8. Now 9-10. It's almost like this game is streaky.
Streaky, momentum, it is.
So 9-10 on the 2, that is Sam Khalid with the serve. And it follows it up right away with an attack.
It's amazing what changing the pace can do to get you into the net. Wow. That's a nice play by
yes. Couple of great digs, but can't quite get that one as Lexi Contrado comes over with her backhand. I don't know how much Lexi and Sam have played together. If you are wondering, Lexi and Brandon, who you saw before, are married, but they don't play together. They do play together some, I believe, but not in this one. As all married couples who play pickleball together know, sometimes you just need a break.
Sometimes it's good for the marriage, and sometimes
It can be bad, too. Yes. Although, I will say this. If pickleball is the cause of the problems, you probably had other problems.
Yeah.
If hitting a wiffle ball becomes the issue, there
probably not the real issue.
There may have been other things.
Yes. All right.
12-11.
It's going back and forth, back and forth. Let's see.
Just
so close.
Just wide. And they're going to check with, I believe that's Bob, right? He's behind the score graphic.
Yes,
Bob
he
Trout.
is. Recognize the shoes.
Yes. I kind of recognized the strut. There was a little, like a very Bob Trout mosey there when he was confirming that call. The side out, 11C now up, 11-2. We're going on championship court.
We are in extra innings.
7-4, that is in the quarters.
12-12.
So at the bottom of your screen, that is our aforementioned 1 seed, Casey Cullen and Leah Tauber, taking on Melissa Kildo and Kyle Worthy. And on court 3, Lexi Contrado, Sam Khalid come out on top, 14-12. Had to bite down a little bit after an early lead, which I think is tough to do, is to get it back after the other team comes back. And then you go into those extra innings you talked about, and they're up 14, and they pull it out 14-12.
Great game.
Quick side out for our 1 seed. Take the serve back at 7-4. And again, if you are looking for one of the other courts, I know we are going on one of the other courts. Alec Timmerman, Downey Fernberg are now playing Zach Chambers and Adeline Nelson. If you're looking for that match in its entirety, each court has its individual stream. And your wow, as I was talking.
Sorry, we brought one down the line. It was beautiful. Yep. Kind of a redirect, and great shot.
Kyle went for it there, and so now you're seeing court 2, our 10 seed, who they played so well in round 1.
They're
up 7-6 on a very tough duo of Downey Fernberg and Alec Timmerman.
I don't know if I've seen Downey and Alec play
No,
together.
Downey's been trying different partners every week.
Up.
Yeah, she's
yep,
mixing it up.
Mixing it up.
Why not, right?
Yeah,
At Thursday premiere night.
She loves to have fun in the game.
Yes. You were talking about great attitudes earlier.
Yep.
There's a very positive person right there to play pickleball with.
I believe a while back, speaking with her, she said, if it's not fun, I'm not playing. So she's competitive, and she's hardworking, and she's...
And guess what? She's really good. You can be really good without compromising your values.
Yes.
That lob just deep from Casey, and 5-10-1. Dylan Worthy looking to make a run here. And there's that
body shot.
Kyle Worthy power.
Well, that was a great get by Kyle. Backhand, he was turned totally backwards.
It was a great get, yeah. And now went for the poach again there, left some court that Casey was able to find. And on championship court, you do get the stats. So we'll put those up from time to time, and we'll go to our stats team for their analysis. They close it out.
Great first game.
A little. We thought Melissa and Kyle could issue them a challenge, and they did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they represented very well. They had some great shots, and it was a good game.
Let's see if they can use what they learned there to force a game 3. Now on court 2, the 2 seeds come back a little bit. So it was 7-6 when we left them. They're up 9-7. Really good angles
nice
from
angle.
Alec. After a couple of good backhands that set that up, he's got that a really nice, easy backhand roll. Doesn't look like he has to try too hard to generate much power on it. And a great step there. Downey kept that point alive. And
it was a nice rundown, a nice drop off that lob. She didn't try to overplay it. Confidence in her strokes.
So game point for our 2 seed, Zimmerman and Fernberg. They really want to make Downey run this match.
Yes.
And that's the ball was out deep. Something about my eyes must be off today, because that was it.
Well, he let the ball get really nice and low, like you should on that ATP.
Yep.
But it just held that low all the way across.
I thought he got it.
Just didn't come down.
We just had another highlight from Casey that we did not we didn't see, but we're gonna clip it. So we have two matches now. Your kitty corners are in the quarterfinals. On court 5, Kristen Reinhardt and Jordan DeWeer, the 4 seed, and Tia Mukherjee and Sam Trent, they've now gotten going. So a couple of matches in the quarters.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting, Kristen and Jordan with Tia and Sam, because you have a lot of experience on one side and more of the youth and on the other side with other sport experience. Let's see
how the flow of the match
that
goes.
Matches up.
Now the interesting thing too is always, that is the profile going in, but Tia and Sam can also play soft game. Kristen and Jordan can also hit with power, and they also are both good athletes. So you have players that can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Sometimes, the pickleball IQ, the longer you've played, the more you build up that IQ.
And you saw it with Kristen and Jordan in their first match, where I think players who did not have that IQ and that experience may not have pulled that one out the way they did.
Right. think that the little saying, play smarter, not harder, is really true. And I think when you have that pickleball IQ, you play smarter when you're down. And when you don't have the pickleball IQ, you play harder when you're down.
You tend to swing for the fences
Yeah,
a little bit and try to just force some points your way. Yep. They did a great job of letting that last match come to them. They never looked like they were pressing even when they were down. They had full confidence they were going to be able to make that comeback. And they stuck to their fundamentals. So, yep. Now 4-1 on championship court. Big rip from Casey Cullen.
I think they're getting warmed up. I think sometimes when you have
you
that
sit.
first game by, it's an advantage and a disadvantage at the same time. I was wondering if he was going to try to run around.
I thought he was going to. That was the attempt. That was the attempt. Yep. So he. So I want you to watch. Casey has a lot of spin on his serve. I want you to watch this to see if this is. It's a lot of. It's a little bit of a slice there, but it is legal.
Yeah.
He does go upward with it. If you have not watched these two teams play before, Leah Tauber is from San Diego, but is a student at the University of Michigan, and has just come in to Thursday premiere night. This is her third appearance, and she's got two first place,
2 wins.
2 first places.
Yeah, 2 wins.
It's 2 for 2.
Yep. Yeah, she is solid.
Casey Cullen, for his age, put down 35/old. That's not old.
No, it is not.
Especially not in pickleball. It's not old for life, but it's particularly not old for pickleball. His goal for the year is to get on the podium at an APP event.
When you watch Leah play volleyball, you can see the volleyball. She's down on the ball. She plays the low balls really well. It's very interesting. She keeps the ball between her feet. She's always in position. I think the pickleball court's slightly smaller than the volleyball court, so she probably feels like she has a little room there.
Sure. Yep. I can see
she
it
gets
even,
there quicker than she
can even
thinks,
see it in her two-handed backhand when she has to dig one out. As there's a very volleyball-like motion to that. And there's some snap down the middle. I've just for the last first 2 weeks of watching her play, I'm just impressed with her all-around game.
Her consistency
is
what really...
She's a 21-year-old who plays old-style pickleball, right? Like,
exactly.
She plays very by-the-book pickleball.
Exactly. But, consistency is like the hardest thing to come by. I mean, it usually takes so many hours of work, and I know she does work at her game, but being a newer player and to be able to be that consistent is amazing.
I don't think she's as new as we think she is. I think she's played quite a bit. And then when you see that she needs power and offense, she has it, but she doesn't get tempted to use it too often.
Well, with certain sports, so you're playing volleyball. It's usually 3 shots before the put away. So you're used to moving the ball, getting it prepared, and then putting the ball away.
Right.
Other games, it's like you play baseball and you want to hit. You're going to hit that ball.
Yes.
You're not. Nothing's developing really, and
We are finished on court 5, which was who was on court 5? I have to see them under.
Is it Erica?
Timmerman, Alec Timmerman and Downey Fernberg. Right?
This one?
Hold on. We had a result on court 5 that we. No, we're going on court 5 still. Oh, the game. Okay, sorry. That's what I was being told. Game 1 is
game
finished
1.
on court 5, so 11-3. Mukherjee and Trent, they ended up running away with that
They
one
sure
after.
did.
But we know from experience, Kristen and Jordan are not to be counted out.
They are not going to say die, so.
And we're finished on championship court 2. Casey Cullen, Leah Tauber, come out on top 11-6, 11-2. And like you said, you could see them.
They warmed up a little bit.
You could see them warm up.
Yep.
So they are into the semifinals where they will play the winner of the match on court 5.
Feel hot, temperature-wise, but yeah. What's happening?
Right. We do have our next. We do have our next interview ready, but we can't see you, so I don't know who you are. Oh, there it is. It's Alec and Downey.
Hey, Downey.
What up?
Alec.
Guys, we missed the end of that match.
Okay.
You're gonna have to talk us through how did it go? What were the keys to victory?
I think as soon as we found our stride and started hitting really smooth shots, it let us get a little bit more explosive. Downey's resets and counter blocking was helpful to me to get my footwork going, and I got pretty powerful at the end there. So as soon as we got past 6, I think it was just all systems go and kind of went up from there.
This is first time partnership in a tournament setting, correct?
Yeah, we did a little fun one a couple years ago, but first time in a tournament. So.
Okay. So how did it come together? Who was the initiator? Who was the?
I'm talking. Downey's coughing a little bit, but she's all right. Strong enough to play good pickleball. So Downey actually hit me up, and I think her and Jace were looking forward to doing a couple, but I don't think Jace could make it. He's doing a PPA event right now, so she hit me up, and I about jumped out of my car seat as I was driving down the highway, but got pretty excited, so it's been fun so far.
So you didn't have to think too hard about saying yes?
I thought for about a millisecond. I think I responded back to you faster than I've ever responded back to anybody, so yeah, it was quick.
So Alec, you looked like you were playing really comfortable and smooth.
Yeah.
Is that because you're confident in Downey, or is your game really feeling on tonight? Because you just look really smooth out there.
I'm really focusing on coming into each first match with a little bit of energy. I think I've notoriously come into tournaments slower, just trying to find my pace, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just not running, but I'm going to come out and just play aggressively smooth. So I think it was exactly that, and being up, quite a few in the last game, it just kind of let me experiment with a couple more shots. Yeah.
That looked great.
Thanks.
So Downey's played with Jace and now Alec. Is there a hair requirement to play with Downey? You can just cough twice if it's a yes.
Yes or no?
Yes or no? Okay.
She likes the long hair.
Okay.
All right.
I have a shot then, I think. All right.
I like long hair.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, guys. That was an impressive victory. Good luck the rest of the way. Maybe we'll talk to you again here soon.
That's the plan. Thanks.
All right, good luck.
If you missed it, they had a pickle in game 2, which is that's the first pickle for a team that just won on a pickle. I think. Yeah. It's usually not a good sign.
No.
And here we have another tight match.
Yeah.
Or another tight
First
game.
game,
The first game, 14-12. Yeah.
Second game, 8-7.
I'm rooting for extras again here. Let's see if we can get another 14-12 or a 15-13 on the books here.
Wow.
That one was deep. Bob confirmed it. All right. Yep. 8-8.
Just wide. That would have been a tough backhand.
It would have been. When it was in the air, I was thinking, like, what's he going to do with this?
Uh-huh.
Wait. they got the point. Was that? I think it might have. I'm telling you, I'm having a hard time.
It is hard from up here. I think it's the angle we're seeing it at.
I believe it's 10-8 now. This is, yep, that is game point. So we will go 3.
All right.
Didn't get to extra points, but that's okay. We have a whole extra game. Down on court 5 after a big win in game 1. 5 seed, Tia Mukherjee, Sam Trent now up. It's going to be 6-2. Do
Tia and Sam really mesh well.
they do?
And I think that's makes it hard to play against them.
I believe the story was he saw her just playing pickleball with her brother at a park, and he saw Thursday premiere night stars in his eyes and went over and broke the ice. So,
Yeah.
which was a good move for him and the pickleball community.
Good move for both of them, I think.
Let's see if Kristen and Jordan have it in them again. I think we know they do. To tighten this up a little bit, see if this will. If they do, we can point to this timeout as the moment.
Yeah, folks, if you are playing your match in a tournament and you have 2 timeouts, they are so valuable. Don't let them go to waste by not using them. I mean, I suppose if you're going to pickle somebody, that's a totally different.
That is. We have bonus singles going on Championship Court. You want to watch Casey Cullen and Shiv Krishnaswamy play singles? You know, a bonus coverage. Tia and Sam, they had so many great digs there, but the timeout worked. So Kristen and Jordan get the side out, and they will now try to make their run.
That was
A little help from the net there, but Kristen did a nice job of keeping those dinks moved around, moved Sam, kept him at home, and just kind of puppet mastered her way to that point. And we are getting close to having our next interview ready to go, so we will picture that and keep you here on court 5 as well. We have Casey and Leah. So first, congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Appreciate it. She carried me.
She seems to be good for that. She's 2 for 2 in premiere night. So do you feel any pressure here? She's got 2 first-place finishes, Casey.
Yeah, I've been watching online. I've wanted to get over here, and she's been playing awesome, and I'm lucky to have her as my partner tonight.
So did you initiate who initiated the partnership?
She did.
No, that is not true. That is not true.
Okay, I don't want to cause dissension before you have to go play another match.
What really happened, Casey?
I don't know.
You forgot. Okay, we won't try to jog your memory. It's not important.
Yeah.
What is important is sometimes it's tough to come out after sitting. You guys seem to find your stride there. Was there anything that you found particularly important, or was a key to that victory for you guys?
I think Leah does a great job of making sure we get ready. We hit a lot of balls. We hit earlier today. That helps in the first round to be ready. So getting off that 6-0 start definitely makes things easier in the first round. And yeah.
looks like let's see. Coming up next, we don't know who you have next, but what are you expecting the rest of the way? What do you guys need to do to keep this thing firing and get Leah her third straight first place victory?
I'd probably just say play our game, stay positive, and just have fun.
And Leah, as you play through today, how much are you assessing whether or not you're going to play with Casey again?
That's already determined. This is never happening again.
That's actually true.
You knew that quickly already.
We both knew.
All right, well let's go out with a first place finish, guys. Good luck the rest of the way. Thanks for joining us.
Good luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Casey knows he's got 2 more games to get a victory with her, and that's it. When you know, you know.
Yeah, that's true. If you're lucky, right? If you're lucky,
If
you
you're-
can tell right away.
Yes. We've all played pickleball with somebody where we're like, you know what, never again.
Yep, I know that too.
If you have a person that you will never play with again, put their name in the comments. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Don't do that.
Please don't do that.
Text it to me privately, and we'll shout them out on air. No. Oh, he got to that. Yep, there was some ultimate frisbee right there.
Oh, nice.
And they end up winning that point.
You know, don't they just look effortless tonight?
I think they kind of always do.
Yeah.
Honestly, we've talked about Leah's game Tia's game in the past, where she never looks like she's flustered or even, and I mean this in a good way, like playing hard. She doesn't ever like wind up and just crack it, like maybe on her two-hander sometimes.
Do
but
you ever notice that when they
just
really
very
rip the
calm.
ball at her, she seems to be more calm?
Yeah, just kind of ho hum.
Yeah.
Another day with 5-0 pluses firing balls at me. Just, stroll in the park. So 3-3 on court 3. The first 2 games were tight, so of course this one has to be also.
Mm-hmm. As we see at 3-3. I think it's going to be tight all the way.
Connor is like I said, newer to the scene, newer to pickleball actually, but comes from tennis and played some baseball. And when you watch him, what stands out about his game?
Well, first of all, I just want to say that I have seen him drilling a lot. So, he's really working on his game. And I think he's incredibly intense. And even sometimes maybe a little hard on himself.
But quietly intense, right?
Quietly intense, yes. And intense in his own game. Good supporter of his teammate. Because sometimes intensity can be hard on your teammate, but I don't think that's the case. He's got some great two-hand, backhand drives.
Yeah, his game. I mean, he was one of those players where he showed up to Belknap and it was like, this guy's going to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
But his growth curve is accelerated, and it is because of the work he's put in. And he's got some big goals. I mean, he's played singles in pro events, had some really good matches, some wins, some really tight matches against notable pros.
Yes.
And he's well on his way.
He's a solid player. He's fast. He has power. He's working on his finesse to continue to improve that.
He can, like he mentioned about his backhand, he can hurt you on both sides.
Yes.
He can put a ball away from either side and just about any angle. And I think his soft game has gotten really good too. And there's that Tia backhand we've been praising all night.
You know, Tia and Sam are playing fantastic.
So
Kristen and Jordan are working hard.
If they win this, they will play Leah and Casey, which Leah and Tia were partners for the last women's premiere night.
Yeah, they really, boy, did they complement each other as a doubles team.
That's a partnership that I could see them winning a lot of medals, being on a
Yes.
lot of podiums together, and maybe even having an opportunity to play some pro. And with that, they take it 11-3, 11-3 for symmetry, and they get one step closer to, I think Tia's already punched her ticket to next week's Premier Night Championships. Once again, that is at 5 o'clock. So that is we inched it a little bit earlier this week. We're going all the way early next week. So make your plans, set your alarms.
Go to work early so
Go
you
to
can
work,
get out
yes,
a little early.
Yes. Say nice things about your bosses and fellow employees, or just, you know what?
Bring them with you.
Just tell them you're going to a premier pickleball event. Pickleball's big enough now. They probably know now.
Yeah, get your boss involved.
There was a time when you would say, "I'm going to play pickleball," and people were like, "What the heck is that?" Now everybody knows. So
everybody knows. It's all over. I see it in advertisements. I see it on television shows.
I couldn't get Elders Helpers out of my mouth before their logo disappeared from the screen, but we want to thank them for sponsoring Thursday Premiere Night, and also Jam Stretch and Fitness, which is now on your screen and located right here inside the same building at All In Pickleball Gym. I see a lot of pickleball players before and after they play taking advantage of that, and also people doing some of the fitness classes that they've offered. And
nothing more important than stretching and keeping yourself fit for this game. It's so much fun, but you just can't be a weekend warrior.
And the workouts are pickleball focused.
Yeah,
so we're going to do some shuffling, things to help you stay as low as All In's own Dan McConnon. I watch him play, and I'm like, man, I got to do more squats.
That's right.
Jolie will help you with
man.
that. So.
Yeah.
Take a look at that. They are right here on site, so it's nice to have it in the building. And while we were jabbering away, 6 seed stretched the lead a little bit to 9-5 now. And should they win this, this is still their first round match. So should they win this, they will see D. Gilhood and Nick Romano. I know we've been talking about it, though. It's just I watch a good amount of pro pickleball television. The nights that I'm not here, I tune in. I hear what Tori has to say. I watch. There is something about being here in person, though.
There is. It's just a great feel.
And it's the same thing at BCO.
Oh,
when you're there.
Listen, BCO, it's great to play in. It's a great tournament. But it is just such an amazing atmosphere. If you don't want to play, don't miss it. It is an amazing atmosphere. There's a lot of excitement. There's great play at all levels. And then you come and see, the lower level games. These guys have great games. They're good players and they're competitive.
The most fun I've ever had was watching a 70-year-old punch a golden ticket and have all of his grandchildren there rooting him on.
Nothing like
More
that.
fun than any pro event that I've watched. And yes, that is the great part of it.
Yep.
And we have a result.
All right, we have Benting and Mogul moving on.
And we do have, when we have our next interview ready as well. It won't be with them. They're not quite that fast, but we have our next winners lined up.
Can you hear? Yeah.
Oh, you're back. It's you two again. So I asked you all the good questions the first time. Tia, do you have any more sound effects for us? That's what I want to know first. Do you want to sound effect a couple points for us?
Yeah, of course. Tell me who to watch.
Are there even any matches going on near you?
I don't think so. Unfortunately.
Okay, we'll save the. I have a feeling we'll be talking to you again, so we'll save the sound effects for next time. So what were the keys to victory in that match? That's a very tough team, and you guys won with a pretty wide margin. So what went right for you?
Basically everything. Like, shots were falling. Oh, hey. Shots were falling. I was getting high energy, fired up. It was fun. We just played well.
You two really complement each other on the court. You set each other up really well. You move together really well. It's just a great team. Is that something you work on, or is it just that your games are complementary?
We like play every day.
All right, awesome.
We play together a lot, so yeah, that definitely helps.
Yeah, you can see that, and Tia, you have a very much of a calm demeanor out there. What I want to know is, do you feel that calm on the inside?
Sometimes, sometimes not. Yeah, I definitely try to keep my emotions to myself. But yeah, it's not always as calm inside as I probably appear to be.
Did that come from tennis, or has that always been kind of your demeanor?
Yeah, I was always pretty calm in tennis. I remember my parents would always be like, "Do you even care right now?" But yeah, I definitely always do.
Do you remember what's the most nervous you've ever been in a sporting event? Tennis, or pickleball, or otherwise?
I'm sure there was some tennis match where I was very nervous, but yeah, this first round was pretty close to being one of the most nervous ever.
The first round? So
reason.
I was going to ask you that. You did kind of have a tight start to that one we asked you about. You turned it around. Did you feel like that momentum carried over into this second match here?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely got all my nerves out in that first match, and yeah, played a lot looser in that second, and it felt a lot better too.
All right. And my last question is, Sam, how often do you think about that first time you saw her just hitting around with her brother and think like, man, I thank goodness for my eyes on that one?
No, I don't know. Yeah, it's fun to play with her. It's fun to play with Josh. Josh is back playing again. I don't know if he's watching, but
probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. Well, he can rewind this back if you want to shout him out.
We said hey.
We'll give him the time stamp.
How old is he? Younger brother or older brother?
Older. He's 2 years older than me.
Okay. Is he trying to play?
Twice her height. So.
Twice her height? Where's
6'5".
How come
Serious?
Where's he?
Wow.
How come he's not playing premiere night?
He works in person, so it's hard to get him out here on a weekday.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll see him out, and we'll see you two again on the interview station. Good luck in the next round.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
So we are back on the All In Volley Zone where there are no matches going on.
No matches.
So we can talk about the continued progression of the pickleball scene here in Grand Rapids, and we mentioned BCO. Very excited for the future of that tournament and how much that's grown. I mean, we were all standing on a fence line 2 years ago, and it was still fun. Now we have big grandstands,
the championship
beer garden
court, we kind of had a beer garden before. Now we have a real beer garden.
We do.
So,
It's
if you plan
streamed.
on coming, make sure that you check on the website so you can learn where parking is, because we do have parking, but it'd be nice for you to plan ahead and not come and get frustrated. We have great players. The pros this year are going to be amazing. But again, just every single level of play.
Every level.
Yeah,
and you can come root on your friends if you have friends that are playing in it. You can listen to whatever I decide to play that day, because I am the DJ for the pro matches. I try to say funny things about the pros too. Eventually, we'll start announcing who some of the pros are that are coming.
Yeah.
Not quite there
Not
yet,
yet.
but stay tuned. There's a Beer City Open Facebook page and an Instagram page, and be on the lookout for exciting announcements for that. But it is just, I mean, it was a great event before all this, before it blew up.
Yes.
A couple years ago was the first time that I had come and watched the pro matches.
Yeah.
And it was super fun.
It is. I mean, I've seen so many pros there from the beginning to the last couple of years, and the pros are getting better. The competition's getting better. But the really nice thing is, you're standing right next to the pros. You're probably going to ask them a question. You're going to say hello to them, and they're personable and they're.
You know, we've had a
they're great
couple.
people.
We've had a couple jump in on rec play
Yeah,
after
right.
the day is done.
Yeah.
And we've had a number offer lessons during that
Sure.
week and clinics. They did a kids clinic last year, which my son did. The whole week is just, you know, some of the local players and I. We always talk about how we just take the week off.
Right. Right.
And so, yes, that is a great event. We do have our next interview subjects ready to go, the team of Benting and Mogul. So we're going to go down to them. Guys, that was kind of a grinder of a match. How are you feeling?
Warm. It was good. It was fun.
What did you talk about after the first game that you needed to do in order to come back in games 2 and 3?
I felt like we played our game really well, especially in the latter half of that first game, which is kind of getting into net, slowing the pace down of the game, and being patient and looking for speed ups. And I felt like we did that, especially after that first game, kind of the middle half of that first game. We had chances to win it, and yeah, I think once we got back to that, I felt like we were really solid.
Connor, you get to play against Nick and Dee next. I know Nick is. You guys have some history. What's it like to compete against him? I know you guys are buds and Spring Arbor alums.
Yeah, it's always fun. Obviously, you know, I've said it before many times, but he's gotten me a lot of times on the tennis court. But pickleball is a great equalizer, and he's gotten me a few times in singles on the APP. But looking forward to getting a chance to play him and Dee. They're both really good players, so it should be fun.
Erica, do you feel any pressure that you have to try to equalize out this tennis history that you didn't know about?
No, I'm not going to get into that one.
Way to dodge the question. It was an unfair question. Now, Erica, have you played against Dee in the past?
She just drove up on Sunday and played with us for like 3.5 hours, so that was a great, you know, reminder of what she's got in her pockets there. But I've never played Nick, so I'm kind of excited to play Nick because I've seen him a ton and just never gotten on the court with him.
Do you feel like the momentum you got those last couple games here and pulling out that victory will help you?
Yeah, definitely. Yep, we know what we can do.
For sure. Yeah, it should be fun.
All right, guys. Well, hopefully we get to talk to you again. Good luck in the next round.
Thank you.
Connor's even so calm in interviews.
Yes. You know, one of the things I notice when he's playing is how much he uses his legs.
Yes.
You know, and he's got such powerful legs, but it gives him so much control, really.
Yeah, he's always very balanced, too, and stable, and always in a good position. You don't see him standing straight up a lot.
No.
So you have some backdraw matches going on, some bonus coverage. And again, these courts all have their individual streams. If you wanted to watch that, you won't get to hear Lori and I talk, which is a real downer. But if you were looking for those matches on their own, you can go over to that stream. We are starting to warm up here on Championship Court. That is Nick and Dee warming up there. And so we were talking about BCO, but that's not the only thing that's coming up. We have Midwest Indoor, which is also fun to show up and root on your fellow club members and anyone else that's playing. The Meyer State Games. We have the Revelin Earth Day tournament that happens for a great cause. Sophie not here tonight, but we're still going to shout that out.
Oh, we have a very interesting tournament, the You Go Girl tournament.
Yes, this is the second year, correct?
Second year. Huge field of players this year. It'll be a lot of fun. They're going to have vendors there. It's going to be some great players. There'll be some first-timers. There'll be some experienced players. But all gals, and they have some women-run vendors from companies, and it should be a great opportunity.
That is the first weekend in May, I believe, correct?
It is Mother's Day weekend.
Oh, Mother's Day. Okay, move back. Last year, I think it was
Yep.
the first. Okay.
Yep, it's Mother's Day weekend.
Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah.
What better way to celebrate Mother's Day than if you have a mother playing in that and you're not there?
Yeah.
I have thoughts for you. You should be there. So that'll be great. So yeah, so many opportunities. And then again, if you are looking for open play opportunities, All In Pickleball Gym, if you go to the website, there are leveled open plays that you can sign up for. There's community open play. There's late night open play. There's
Yeah, any time of day. Any time of day. I think they have a 10 to midnight
they do.
group and
Yep. You can play any time of day. And yeah, because there's a key code. You can come in. Sometimes I just let myself in and I get on Dan's computer and I change all of my billing information. No, I don't do that. I'm kidding. But I'm tempted
I think
to.
Dan's on here. He's hearing you.
He can hear this?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, but
All right, Dan. Although none of those password reset notifications were me, none of those two-factor authentications were me at all. But if you did get a code, please text it to me so that I can get in there. But no, there's so many opportunities to play now in town. And it's great to see. The weather's getting nice again. Every time it's nice, Belknap Park is...
the courts are packed.
They're packed, which is... it can be frustrating, but it's also great to see. This is what we wanted. We created this monster.
Yes.
And so it's really, really cool to see the game continue to evolve and grow, and then along with that, the scene.
Yes.
So you can play in Byron Center. You can play Cortland,
Byron
Hudsonville,
Center, Caledonia, Cascade. Anywhere you want to go today, there's a court. But I will say, if you come out, people, take an opportunity to meet some new people when you're there. Play with somebody you don't know. I have made some of my very best friends, and a lot of them, going to the courts and just stepping in and stepping kind of out of the comfort zone at first and meeting new people. And there's a lot of people that have that same love of pickleball. So get out there and meet them.
So, you know that from my background, I do stand-up comedy, and I am on television for other sports, not just pickleball.
Yes.
And I don't get nervous much.
Yeah.
Going to Belknap for the first time alone and putting my paddle in, because I'd only come out with friends and groups before, deciding, like, I'm going to go out there by myself and just put a paddle in was as nervous as I've been in the last 5 years. And everybody there was great. And like you said, now a lot of my friends and people I socialize with are from the pickleball community. You have groups of people planning road trips together, all of them met through pickleball.
Hey, we did a couple of weeks ago, we went down to Ann Arbor with a group of people. I only knew half of them when I left, and when I came back, I knew all of them. With some new friends, we went down and played pickleball at Wolverine indoor. Leslie White and her partner have a beautiful facility down there. And we went to the theater and watched a show, went for dinner. It was a ton of fun. And then this past weekend, we went to see The Rise and had lunch.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just a group of Bob Trout, give a shout out to him, had kind of organized it, and just a great time.
And you look at the people in the community who hang out together, and they probably are not people who would have found their way to each other without pickleball. Like the people that I'm friends with in this club span all kinds of demographics, and it's a great thing. So yes, meet somebody new, and at the same time, please adhere to the guidelines.
Yes. Yeah, if you go to Belknap, there is a big poster with all the rules on it. Should help you learn how to manage the courts, know where to go to find a good game for yourself.
And you can ask somebody. I told people that recently who seemed intimidated by it. If you aren't sure where to go or what the system is, or pull somebody that looks like they know what they're doing and ask. And if you see either of us, for sure,
absolutely
ask us.
Absolutely.
Usually if somebody's wearing something that says GR Pickleball Club or BCO or something that seems official, do that. So we are getting ready for the. I don't want to short Erica and Dee in this, but this is the Spring Arbor tennis throwback battle between Connor and Nick. We're getting ready for that on championship court. They're checking the ball. I see them do this a lot now at the pro level where they kind of hand the other team the ball. I've yet to see somebody turn down a ball. I want to know what would happen. Like, I want to see the day where a team says, no, that ball's not good enough.
Yes. I have seen at the pro level where someone has said, you know, I don't like this ball, I want a new one. And then proceeded to win points on that new ball. And I'm thinking, you know, was that some sort of advantage? Maybe a fresh ball, they have more power.
Or free timeout.
Free timeout.
Rule on it. If not, a call will stand, okay?
In the background there, you see Alec holding his child. So he's not concerned that he's going to wear his arms out.
No.
He's got another match to play yet.
Some beautiful little ones.
He does, and his oldest is, I already see her out at Belknap, and she's starting to put a paddle in her hand. And
she's pretty comfortable out there.
Yeah, I think so. The pickleball playing family as well. His father, pickleball player.
Good luck, Erica.
His dad's a lefty.
His dad's a lefty. And a lefty with some pop.
Yes.
All set?
So here we go. This is
Dee
Gilhood to serve.
Side out.
And a quick side out for Benting and Mogul.
0-0-1. Point.
I don't know if you can, how much it translates to the screen, but from here you can see how low that drop was over the net. Tough ball to handle.
Yes.
Second server. 1-0-2.
Erica has added a lot more attack to her game. You saw her going for it there.
Tough.
Side out.
Very tough shot. Yes.
That's a great angle.
0-1-1.
You know, they kind of make the drops look easy.
They do.
1-1-1.
Yes, they absolutely do.
And
their resets.
Yes. And those are very difficult shots. If you're watching and you're not a player, they just make it look so smooth. But
I do think, because it's become up a couple times recently in some of the national groups as well, about whether or not pickleball translates to TV. And I think that it's just a matter of people understanding the game. Understanding that, because if you don't know pickleball, you can't appreciate how good those drop shots are, or the resets, or that you're just expecting people to be blasting the ball.
Right.
And I think the more people start playing, the more they'll appreciate the nuances and tune in.
yes, I totally agree. I would like to liken it to golf. You know, if you don't know the game of golf, you are not going to enjoy watching it on television.
Agreed. I feel I liken it all the time to boxing, because I'm a big boxing head.
Yes.
And if you tune in for some fights and it's a very technical fight, you're wondering, like, why are these two people not just blasting punches at each other? And it's because there's all kinds of setup and strategy, and you're going, they're not even punching. They're just kind of moving around in a circle. And it's like, well, they are trying to get themselves in position to throw a proper punch. And it's the same thing with pickleball.
Absolutely. Strategy, setting it up. It's not
1-2-2.
It's not a one and done shot wise in this game.
Point.
I mean, it can be.
It can be.
But
now, as an advanced player, I'm sure, like, when you watch, you don't want to see people just ripping their thirds past the other team. This is the fun part, is seeing some of this strategy and cat and mouse and some of these points play out.
The excitement builds. I was watching one of the pro matches on TV, and, you know, it's like dinking. 27, 28, 31. When is it going to happen? Like, the excitement is building up to see who's going to A, lose their patience, B, take control of, one tiny mistake. And yeah, it's just
Well,
exciting.
it's the same thing where there was a time in my life where the idea that Americans would gather at a bar to watch English Premier League soccer would have sounded so strange, and people would, complain that soccer was boring.
Right.
And I think that the increase in popularity of that sport is because people understand it now. And like you said, the excitement builds because you're waiting for that. When is something going to break? And it's the same thing. Same concept, I think, when you watch long pickleball rallies, long dinking rallies.
Yes. The game is growing, and it just takes time. It takes time for people to understand the strategies and things. But I think it's really, and when it grows so fast, people don't necessarily grasp on to that because it's such an easy game to just get out and play. You can just go out and bat the ball around with no strategy and have a great time.
I think as the pros get more well known too, because that's the difference in some of those other sports. You watch boxing because you're tied to some of the personalities.
Yes.
You watch tennis because you're also tied to the personalities. And I think as that grows in pickleball, that will happen more too. People will gravitate towards certain personalities.
Yes.
5-2-1.
Good start here for the 6th seed, Bunting and Mogul. So they both are already playing next week. But there is also money on the line tonight, so there is a reason to play.
There is.
And pride, and that Spring Arbor tennis bragging rights.
And it feels good to go into next week's big championship with the win under your belt.
It does, yeah. And no one likes losing.
No one likes losing.
5-2-2.
Wow, that was just
You're fine,
a
you're
beautiful
fine.
block.
Set out.
It's not it's not easy to take the pace off of Connor's drive
2-5-1.
and drop it in the kitchen.
Second server.
Leaves that ball and goes out.
Hold on.
3 seed is now serving 2-5.
You're right. I'm sorry. You're correct. I do. Sorry. 2-5-2.
Oh, that kind of forgot to switch, or he was baiting something there, but it worked out for him.
It did.
Five, 2, 1.
Wow.
Second serve.
Those couple of shots before that, that's the sort of thing that unless you play,
yes,
you're probably not. It doesn't
5-2-2.
quite sink in how difficult or how skilled of a shot that is.
Set out.
I'm noticing Nick likes to really
2,
take
5,
that
1.
big poach and pull the ball either down the middle or across, but it seems Connor's seen that before.
He does seem very ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
Second server. How many point? Three, 5, 1. Point.
After a little bit of a tough start, 3 seed Gilhood and Romano settling in and finding
4, 5, 1.
finding their stride here.
Second server.
Dee taught tennis for 30 years. It says
4, 5, 2.
retired to
Yes.
pursue pickleball.
Yes. Don't you see a lot of people who are really big tennis players, pros, coaches, and then they start pickleball?
5, 5, 2.
And it's just so addictive. It's such a different game.
It is a different game, and even I watched
Side out.
Jack Sock, who was a very high-level tennis player, play Ben Johns today. You're seeing him enjoy himself. It's a different. It's competitive, but it's not like tennis.
It's a totally different kind of.
You can yes, it's a different type of competition. It's not nearly as intense, especially at the pro level, and I think the fun of it.
I think that the pro tennis players are finding it incredibly refreshing. It's just a different type of game.
It's yes, and it's a different feel all around. I think that's kind of what you started to get into with VCO too. I mean, I've gone to major tennis tournaments, and they're great. It's amazing if you've ever been in the US.
Yes,
but it's
I
not.
have.
It's not the same. You don't get to at BCO. You get to
7-5-1.
be side by side with, like you said, talk to. They'll rub elbows with you.
Yes,
they'll be at
they
the food
will.
trucks with you. They'll be hanging out.
Yep.
You don't get that at the US Open for sure.
Second server.
Rob Cassidy, very well-known pro, came and played
7-5-2.
Ultimate Frisbee with us after he
that
had played a
right?
whole day of Beer City Open.
I
So
love
that's
it.
you don't get that.
Nope, you just don't.
Side out. Five, 7-1. Second server.
They come all the way across on the poach. They got themselves back into position
5-7-2.
with that good communication you were talking about,
Yes.
but couldn't come away with the point.
Again, the difficulty in running hard and playing
Set out.
soft. I mean, he comes across, he's got a hard shot, and the next shot he needs to reset, but you still have all that energy. It's
Yes.
very complicated.
It is.
7-5-1.
And I don't know that there's other than volleyball, I don't know that there's another sport that simulates that before you play this game.
Second server.
It's a dominant point there from
Excuse me,
Connor,
excuse me,
coming
excuse me.
all the way
Excuse me,
across
excuse me,
and
excuse me,
then back.
excuse me. Point. 8-5-1. Good. Point.
So
It was good. Yep, she pulled that all the way across, caught them in the switch,
it's a great shot.
and right on the line.
9-5-1. Point. Timeout. Come back. It's 10-5-1. Connor, you're serving.
Now, Erica is a very disciplined, consistent player, but I
Yes.
have noticed in the last few months her turning up the offense a little bit more, like that you saw with that drive.
Yeah, I think she's looking for a little more power. I think she's investigating paddles.
Yes, I think she's settling in on this one pretty
Yeah.
nicely.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
if I can't do it and Bob can't do it, it has to be
And
someone.
so now you have somebody who you know can dink for days, but also might rip a winner
Light
past
it up.
you every
Yep,
now and then.
she's going to
Yep.
light it up.
That makes a huge difference.
Well, I'm enjoying watching Dee Gilhood. If you look out on the court while she's playing,
Fantastic.
she is almost always has a smile on her face. She is just loving this. You know?
Up 10-5 or down 10-5.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Hey, hey, Erica. I have some elite press-on nails in my bag. Give me some.
Yeah, Dee stepped over to the sideline. I said, "Hey, good luck and have fun." And she says, "You guys have fun too." So every time she's had a little entertaining shot, she comes over here and says, "Was that fun to watch?"
And they
She's
probably are
definitely
fun.
having fun.
Yeah. She's a great gal.
Told us really entertaining. Thanks.
10-5-1.
And
quick
there,
flick.
that was fun. I'm sure it was fun for her too.
Yeah.
And it's
Second
not
server.
like
Yep.
she's not competing, right? She's
Right.
playing super hard.
Yes.
She wants to
10,
win. She
5,
wants to do
2.
well,
Yeah.
but she still keeps that great spirit.
Yeah.
Game. Switch
Well,
ends, please.
if you have a chance to talk with her, her sportsmanship is amazing. Her personality
Security.
is so pleasant, and she's a great ambassador for our game.
She was smiling there, even as Connor
Erica,
put
you
that
serve
ball
when we
away
start,
to
okay?
take the
Yeah.
first game 11-5. And so we're going to bring Jeff and Pat back in here and see what the numbers tell us.
Well, and the numbers really tell us, I think, that we're live now. Got it. So as you look at the numbers, really we're dead even on unforced errors. But mostly the winners went to Connor, really kind of took charge. And he brought some power at them that they really couldn't return, didn't have an answer for. But
yeah, absolutely. They got a lot of hard shots back from both Connor and Erica, but Connor was ready to pounce. He's everywhere. He makes great contact with the ball, just stays with it. He's relentless, and it was enough to get them a victory in game 1 here.
we'll see. I'm hoping for a game 3. What the heck? Why not? We might as well just do it every championship match we get out here. Let's just go for it.
Let's go.
Yeah, why not, indeed. We're going to be here regardless. Let's play some extra pickleball.
Erica is, you mentioned earlier, Erica is playing with a little more power when she wants it. I really like that. Like you said, relentless at the net, can dink forever. And she showed up and actually applied some of that power that actually won some points. So I think that's a good change in her game a little bit.
Yeah, it's good to see, and it's but she can still do this.
Oh, baby.
Side out.
Yeah, I think Erica's paddle, too, she's playing with that new Gearbox Pro. I think it's deceptively fast. It doesn't sound like she's cracking that ball, but she is. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing more of that from her.
I do think that's been a good marriage of paddle and player there.
Yes.
And she did experiment, as you mentioned, with some
Yes.
other paddles and settled in on the right one, I think.
And she's getting more dimension in her game. Not that she didn't already have great dimension in her game.
Right. But you do, I think it's mostly having to be on your toes a little bit for that power now and being able to put a ball away a little bit more. And Connor went through a little bit of a paddle switch. He was playing with a diadem before and is now on Team Selkirk. Oh. We ran all the way across the court diagonally. Couldn't quite get to that one.
0-0-2.
And we're still at 0-0.
Point.
So if you watch Connor, he centers himself over his feet. He's never off balance. Even when he's running cross court as fast as he can, his body is centered over his feet. And I think that gives you a lot of control over the ball.
Yes.
It allows you to, you're playing within yourself, so your control is much more focused
2-0-2.
off your paddle.
I think with that also his ability to read things and anticipate also helps because he never seems caught by surprise on anything. And so between the balance and the anticipation, he's just always in the ideal position to strike the ball where he needs to.
Side out.
Unless you're in a hands battle like that, then it's reactionary.
Yes.
I don't want the viewers at home to be like, well, then you just said.
Pickleball gods always show us that there's an exception to everything we have to say.
I don't think that's limited to just the pickleball gods. I think it's the everything gods. Yep. But the pickleball gods especially.
Yeah.
Yes. Court 2 semifinal will be starting very soon. It will start at 8:55 on Court 2, and that semi will be between Leah Tauber and Casey Cullen and Tia Mukherjee and Sam Trent. That is going to be a really good match. We will get you some of the coverage of that here, but if you want to watch that whole match, then switch over to the Court 2 stream, as that's going to get going. Well, now I'm going to have to figure out a way to watch both.
4-0-1. Point.
Well, we're at 5-0 here, so the venting mold train is firmly left the station.
I just like the way they're playing together.
They are.
I mean, they are meshing.
Timeout.
and-
Come back to 6-0-1. Connor
Timeout from Romano and Gielhood. And while we have a timeout, if you are watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Helps us out quite a bit. And look at that. We even have a little animation to remind you to subscribe, like, comment, all of that helps us out. Our production team here does a really outstanding job. We want to give a shout out to everybody behind the curtain helping make this happen. Done it every week, so please do that. We are over 500 subscribers. I got 522, but there's room for more.
Connor, you got
And
two timeouts
once
left.
again,
Time in.
sponsors for tonight, Elders Helpers. Longtime supporter of pickleball in the local scene, and then Jam, Stretch, and Fitness as well, we mentioned earlier, can help make sure that you stay limber, safe, and strong on the court.
Point.
And Connor and Erica say,
7-0-1.
we see your timeout, but we're still going to win this point. So.
Second serve.
Yeah, Erica is really striping the ball well. She's
7-0-2.
her drives are beautiful tonight.
Yeah, she always could drive the ball, but I do think there isn't some additional velocity on that now between the paddle, and maybe she's been going to Jam. We don't know that. She lives right near here.
That's
maybe
right.
she's been taking strength classes. I also have occasionally seen her doing push-ups at Belknap, so and running the stairs there.
That'll give you a little strength.
Oh, the stair running? Oh, yeah. That's, quite a few players take advantage of those stairs.
0-7-2.
Got to do something while you wait.
That's right.
Set out.
D went for that kind of
7-0-1.
inside out misdirection. The lane was open, just missed it. It's now 8-0 for Benting and Mogul.
8-0-1.
Yeah, that read that you're talking about.
Point.
I mean, he was sitting there waiting before she even hit the ball.
He's everywhere, and
It's
he's not
amazing.
the biggest guy,
No.
right? But he takes up so
9-0-1.
much space in the middle. It's partially because I think he's got athleticism, but he also is just
Second
his
server.
anticipation and his feel for where that ball's going to be hit is really, really good.
9-0-2. Set out.
Missed that one though, so let's see if we can get a comeback.
Come on, D and Nick.
0-9-1. Second server.
There's that speed up from Erica that started that, and Connor was able to come over and finish that.
0-9-2.
And we are going on court 2 now. I'm very interested in how this match is going to go. I mean, I'm interested in all of them. But this one in particular, I think, is going to be very well played, as this first point is showing us already.
So being women's partners, you can know the strengths and weaknesses of your
9-1-1.
partner. So
Although I don't think either of them have particularly glaring weaknesses to exploit.
this is true.
Yeah.
But they do have some strengths you might want to watch out
Yes,
for.
you avoid the strengths more than you attack
Yes.
weaknesses.
9-1-2.
What a point there
Wow.
on championship court. Connor finishes off And they now have a match point at 10-1. I believe they're on the 2.
10-1-2.
They are, as Ray confirms. You don't see her miss lobs a lot.
You don't see her miss. I was just going to say, she's kind of the queen of lobs. She is a surprise. She puts a nice topspin on it. It's hard to play.
Not as many of them tonight that I've seen yet, but yes, normally.
I think the dynamics between Connor and she doesn't lend itself to her needing to have that lob.
That is true. She doesn't. Yes, very correct. She leaves that ball.
That's tough to do.
That is tough
Again,
to do right there, and it's coming fast at your
Sure,
forehand.
yeah.
It's hard not to just reach out and want to poke that. But that's experience and reps and seeing that.
I mean, that's just
set out.
That's just he's sitting there waiting for it. You know, it's a nice drop by D.
Yep.
But
he must have somewhat
10-1.
deceptive reach too. He seems to get to everything.
I think it's the power in his legs, honestly.
Oh, that one
try.
just, yep.
Nice try.
Almost. Might have floated in with the old paddle, but we're gonna take the power of this one. We're gonna keep this one.
Set out.
Connor gave her a sorry as he put that one just. That's your margin of error here. Just a little bit too high, and it's gonna get attacked and
Second server.
take a harder shot for your partner.
4-10-2.
That's a dig. And then that ball is out. She's saved that point. What a great shot by her right there.
3-10. Wait. I got 3-10. I got 3-10.
There's a score dispute. Ray did say 4 on the last one, but we had 2 on our screen. I think he misspoke, but
But now you guys got. What, Marty? I don't know. No, I had you at 3. I had you at 3 right over here. 3. Yeah, I was looking at the row up above it. Yeah, you got 3, not 5. Sorry. I'm sorry, Nick. My fault. Yeah, 3.
yeah. I did notice that he said 4 on the last point, and
yeah.
yes, it is. This is correct.
All right, here we go.
You know, I have to say,
we got 3, 10,
refereeing
2.
is not an easy job.
No, it is not. And refereeing
And you're out there by yourself, and you have a lot of responsibilities in the game.
refereeing in just about any sport is a fairly thankless job. I actually think that we take care of our refs in pickleball pretty well compared to what they deal with in some of the other sports. I would never be a football ref or a basketball ref.
No.
And that's the end of that game. Benting and Mogul very impressively.
Impressive win. You know, and Nick and Dee didn't play badly.
They didn't. It didn't seem like they probably missed some shots that they would traditionally make, but Erica and Connor just play so well together.
Yeah, I really think they're a great team. I want to say something about that interaction with the referee. Notice the sportsmanship that happens in pickleball.
Well, I better get LASIK surgery or something.
It's just
I'm looking
something
at
we
this
should all be
right
really
here, the
proud
first
of.
game.
Strive to be ourselves.
And we're in the second game. I'm like,
to be good
okay,
sports
fine.
and play hard and try to play by the rules and then have grace with one another as well.
Absolutely. And, we've seen that. We've not had any issues on any of the premier nights, and everybody's competing really hard. There's money on the line. There's pride on the line.
Yep.
And we have not had any issues. And so it's 3-3 now. Our 5 seed, who's been playing so well tonight,
They are playing
are giving
fantastic.
the 1 seed a nice early challenge here. And as we have shouted out all of the other refs, this is Joni Katsanese on this. She's been pretty regular ref
Yeah.
on these premiere nights,
Yes, she
and
is.
is from the Lakeshore, from Holland.
Takes her job as a referee very seriously. She works hard at it.
Very seriously. Yeah. Ball is out, just out. Sam kind of looked and confirms with Joni from here. It looked like that was the proper call, although I have not been seeing lines well tonight.
An interesting thing about the pickleball is it doesn't really compress, and depending on where you are standing on the court, it can look very different, the ins and outs.
There was a point, a 5-0 point at BCO 2 years ago. We were inside because it was raining. We were at GRRF, and there was a very controversial call, and everybody watching on the right side of the court thought the ball was in, and everybody watching from like the midpoint to the left thought it was out.
Isn't that is
Everybody
amazing?
disagreed, and were certain that they had seen the right.
Yeah.
And it was, it was.
It's all about where you're seeing it from.
Who's your server, Al?
And I think a lot of it is because the ball doesn't compress. I think it's harder to see. You know, maybe it's the quickness that it moves off the ground, or I don't know. It's an interesting concept.
We are going down to court 1, where we have our winners from that match. Erica Benting and Connor Mogul joining us once again. Can you hear us? There they are. Erica, you did your job in the Spring Arbor tennis battle. How do you feel about that, first of all?
It was, I guess Dee and I were winning no matter what, so it worked out.
It's nice.
Dee and I against the young guys.
Yeah, it's nice when you play with house money like that. Now, we were noting up here, we know that you've gone through some different paddles, and you seem to be enjoying this one, and seems to be giving a little more pop to your game. Are you looking to be more aggressive these days, and how's that paddle working out?
Yeah, I really like the new paddle. I had to level it out a little bit, but now that I've got it dialed in, I really, really like it.
And Connor, as her partner, it seems like she allows you, the freedom. You get to roam a little bit. You take up space in the middle. Like having a partner that you can really trust there. What's it like playing with her?
Yeah, it's great to be able to know that you're just going to have like a solid presence on the right side. And not only is Erica really great on offense, but super good on defense too. And it definitely gives me a lot of freedom.
You seem to be pretty good at reading Nick's shots. Does that come from playing together quite a bit? He didn't seem to catch you by surprise very often. What's it like playing against somebody where he knows your game and you know his game?
Yeah, it's definitely weird. It's definitely a little bit more of a chess match than just your average matchup. But I definitely felt like it was nice to know his game today. Sometimes is better than others, but it was good today.
Erica, we're seeing less lobs than normal. Lori's theory is that it's because you have a partner that it's not in the dynamic and the flow of the game. But is that accurate? And will we see more lobs maybe coming up?
Dee kept beating me to the punch. She kept throwing them over us, but I have seen Nick jump a couple times, so I was a little bit cautious today.
You did pre-scouting. That's good playing right there. All right, what are you guys looking forward to in this next match?
We just got to keep playing our game. Yeah, it should be a fun one. We know both the players, so just got to keep playing our game.
All right, we are looking forward to it, and like I said last time, hopefully we'll talk to you again. Congratulations.
Congrats and good luck.
So on court 2, Tauber and Cullen have stretched out the lead a little bit more. It was 3-3 when we left them. It's 7-3 now.
Yeah, those first few points, it looked like they were really feeling each other out. It looked like they really slowed the game down. Didn't seem to be the type of game they were playing in the earlier matches. Either one.
Yep, new opponent, different styles, and see Casey coming over on that. I don't It's the call that did they both hit the
I
ball?
think they both hit the ball. Mm-hmm. Yep, I think they both hit it.
This is a little bit of a different dynamic for Leah as well. Casey does come over a lot, takes a lot of space. When she played last time with Ian, very, very fast, but doesn't take up as much space, didn't poach as much. So it's a little bit different.
Now, I can't recall. Did Ian like to play the forehand side?
You know what? They switched at one
They
point.
switched,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. Obviously, both great players in their own right, but a different style, different dynamic a little bit. I saw Ian played in the PPA Minnesota, by the way.
Really?
And had,
Great.
I think, at least won one match in
Excellent,
singles.
excellent.
And I don't remember what their doubles result was, but was in the main draw of that too. So
Fantastic. So when you're in the PPA, you have the main draw and the points draw.
yes. Well, and first you have a qualifying.
First you have a
draw.
qualifying
Yes,
draw.
yes,
Yeah.
yep.
Qualifier, and then the main, and then the points.
And he was in the main draw in both.
Nice.
His duper is pretty high,
Is it?
especially in singles because he's had some good wins in the pro. Last year at BCO, he came out firing. That was I think that was his first pro singles tournament, and he beat some pretty highly seeded players. So his duper is pretty high in singles.
Singles pickleball and doubles pickleball is like a totally different sport. To
Very
me.
different. Very different. I mean, some people play with different paddles. That's how
Yes,
different it
yes.
is. It's 10-4. That drive goes deep, so Mukherjee and Trent have an opportunity here to close the gap. It's a great dig there. Oh, there was a little firefight.
Yep.
And Tia really fired that last ball and went into the net, but there was some extra mustard
little
on that
fire
one.
on that.
Yes. And she comes back and fires a couple of two-handers, which leads to them winning that point now. Chipping away at 5-10. Serve goes back to Tauber and Cullen. Now trying to close out game one up 10-5. Oh, Sam thought that one was going to go long, but it catches the back line. That's some of that offense we were talking about from Leah too. She can dink for a very long time.
Yep.
But she's shown that she's got offense also. So
Yes.
super tough young player.
Yeah, honestly, in the women's game, I love her on the backhand side because her backhand cross-court dinks are amazing. She's so consistent. And the thing that she does so well is she moves to the outside of the court, keeps the ball between her feet. She's never reaching, which gives her a great dink every time.
Yep. I noticed that too. And she would be really out wide and always shift herself back into good position.
Yeah.
So subtle athleticism, I think, is required at the kitchen line because you have to shuffle and move side to side quite a bit. And there's some of those people because you're not on a dead sprint.
Right.
So you don't always notice the athleticism, but those people who are always in position to hit a good dink. You talked about it with Connor. You talked about it with Leah. It's a different kind of athleticism.
Yeah, the footwork and nice play. the post by Casey, and Tia
Oh,
was
yeah.
waiting on
I mean, this is just high-level play right here. This is. You're seeing dinking, resets, pace, lobs.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Everything. A little
Yep.
bit of everything.
Yep. It looked like. Did Joni overrule that? It looked like there's a dispute about
Yeah, the call.
the call.
That line call.
Yep. From here, it looked up.
Again,
But it's hard.
where you're looking from can really show itself differently. And then you have to decide if you're in the best position to make that call. You know, the line calls and the difference. I was playing in nationals in Indian Wells, and I was watching the pros play, and there was a call, and the one team, made the call in, and the person who hit the ball, the player, knew it was out from his position. He could see it, and he made the call. And, it was game's on the line. And an example of that sportsmanship we were talking about in this game.
Yep, that is. You don't get that out. You don't get that everywhere. That won't always happen.
No.
Yep. So this is one of your semifinals. Our 1 seed, Leah Talbert, Casey Cohen win game 1, and they're now up 1-0. We have our other semifinal is underway on championship court. Downey Fernberg, Alec Timmerman, the 2 seed, up 2-0 on Erica Benting. Connor
Great.
Mogul, there's that lob.
Great backhand overhead.
Yep,
there
or overhead, sorry.
By Erica. That was a
She's getting
tough
lobbed a
play
lot
on that
tonight
lob.
for some. Yes. Oh, caught the net tape and stays in. Prior to that, Connor had such a great reset on that backhand from Alec. Those are some of the shots that we're talking about. That I don't know if you can always unless you're sitting up here and
can't
seeing
appreciate it as much.
That's another reminder for you to be here next week. If you're still watching this, come on out. Come hang out. It's going to be fun.
So, I know we have the live stream. The live stream is awesome. But should you come, you can always go back and watch it online afterwards.
You can.
Because I have to tell you, I've watched some matches and I've been like, hey, I want to dissect that a little bit. And I've gone back on and watched it later. And it's great.
And you got 7 days of planning. So if you need to get sitters, if you need to clear space, you need to, it's a big backhand from Casey on court 2. They are up 3-0. And we're going to keep the split screen for a moment here to get you
2 great games.
2 great matches.
Wow, great shot by Alec.
He's playing
splitting the players beautifully, keeping it deep and low.
He's
That's
playing really
tough.
well tonight.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he always plays well, but I think seems to be playing extra on the money tonight.
Yes. I'm going to say that with Downey, everybody who's played with her says she's easy to play with.
Yes.
And I think a lot of the pressure is off because her shots are great. She anticipates well.
And her personality.
And her personality
Yep.
is calm. So you can kind of play your own game. You never feel like you have to cover more than your space. You never feel like you have to make the shot. Yeah, I think it lends to people really having a good game when they play with her.
Yes.
She's a good partner. So we have Tauber and Cullen, 5-0.
Those are
nice.
a couple of great shots there from Tia.
I just love her two-hand backhand.
It is a weapon for sure.
Yes.
And again, I had a pro standing in front of me. I'm just going to casually just flick this back at him.
Exactly.
So calm.
Yeah.
Again.
She's not afraid to go to him.
Which I think you have to.
You have
to have that, yeah.
Yeah.
She does it in not in a reckless way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that play, she's just keeping him honest. He's moving in, she's hitting behind him. The play before, same
yes,
thing.
that's a great shot there by Leah, though. Kind of did the same. They went behind Tia on that point with her two-handed backhand. Wow. They made Connor have to hit
that ball.
at least. They made him hit at least 2 extra shots though, and then he left no doubt on that last one.
Oh, Alec had a great dig, but
it results in them following that up with a point. So 3-6. So we're at 7-0 on court 2.
well, Casey and Leah are a tough team.
That is a very tough team. It's that Alec backhand. It's shown up several times tonight.
Yes. Something to be said about being a little bit taller and taking that ball in your strike zone and still have a downward motion on it. Where some of us are taking that ball in our strike zone and we have to still get it up over the net.
Yes, it just has a very easy motion with it.
Yeah.
Court 2. Sam is now serving at 0-8. Let's see if they can break the seal.
Wow, great hustle.
Yes, but a nice little finesse shot there by Casey Cullen. Tia almost hit Sam on that return. He turned and just dodged it.
Never turn and look at the ball,
And
folks.
yes, and
if you're in front, do
it
not
painted
turn.
that line on the outside.
Yeah, if you're in front of your player, look back before they hit it, but once they hit it, make sure you turn around so you do not.
Got a firefight going on championship court. Benting and Mogul win that one, and they've now crept back into it.
That's a tight game. It's a tight game.
Tauber and Cullen on the attack. On that point, they come out on top. Leah with a really nice forehand, and they are now serving for the match already. It's a 10-0. Well, that is just so well played from our 1 seed.
Yep.
Great run by Sam Trent and Tia Mukherjee. I mean, they played so well leading into this match.
Yeah. You know, but it just goes to show you that the skills that at more of the pro level can make you look not as, you know, I mean, they're playing the other teams and they looked so good, and they're still playing the same game. I mean, they weren't playing badly, but just the placement of the shots, the shot selection.
Everything's a little
just
better.
a little bit
Everything's
better.
a little better.
Just a
right?
little better. And then you get a little tight. So now you start pressing, and that makes it harder to play your game. This game's really tight.
Very
good,
yes.
Good plays.
You can feel it a little bit too. There's
A little tension.
A little more tension, yeah. Such a great drive from Downey to set that up.
Yeah.
Alex not going to miss that one from that range.
Oops. I don't see that very often.
It happens, though.
It does.
Like fires that one right at Connor's backhand. And you get the point. So came back at 7-7. Now up 9-7.
I just feel like Alex having a really great day today.
He really is. And on that one, drive, crash a little bit, reset the next ball, get up there, get a really good dink. All the dimensions of his game right there on that one. So, yes. And he's, see, you know what? It seems like he's really enjoying himself out there.
Yes, that's what it feels. Feels like he's just relaxed and playing his game.
And that's when he's at his best. He's a fiery guy.
Yes.
And I think when he combines that with enjoyment and keeping that fire, that's when he's playing. That's when he plays his best. And he's definitely having a good time tonight.
Yeah.
And to your point, Downey helps in that a lot. And as we say that,
Erica and Connor, they're closing the gap.
they just, they quietly chip away.
Yes, they do.
Connor,
They're so consistent.
Connor painted the back line on that serve and then hit a really good drop after that. And here we are at 10-10.
10-10, just like that.
Just deep there from Downey. And before that, what a couple of
Erica,
shots.
those
Yes.
resets, beautiful.
Her resets there. All right. We've got Casey and Leah back with us. So Leah, I've got to first ask, has Casey done enough yet to maybe change your mind about the future of the partnership?
Not yet.
Not yet. Is there anything specific he can do? Like, give my man a blueprint here.
He's gonna have to figure that out himself. It's not for me to say.
All right. You guys were firing on all cylinders that last game and that match, that whole match in particular, but then the second game. What seemed to be working?
Trying to think.
There's a challenge.
Yeah.
When everything's working, I guess everything's working.
Yeah, we were in a zone in the second game. I think the first game we came out a little tight, kind of forcing points, rushing. I was taking too many thirds, taking too many of her balls. Once I started to trust her more, second game we definitely picked it up. But she was an all-star. She's a rock the whole time, and I think we did what we wanted to do, which we talk about. We try and dictate and be physical at the line, and I think we did that.
We haven't had a chance to see every single point, so I don't know that you haven't attempted a forehand ATP from the left yet, but I don't think we've seen it yet, right?
I haven't done it, yeah.
Okay, are we going to get one?
Yeah, hopefully this last round. Jack Sock actually stole it last tournament and tried to make it his shot, but it's actually my shot. I'm going to pull up some video of that. Hopefully.
Yeah, we have timestamps. We can go back in history and prove that. Get out of here, Jack.
We do have some Moneyball highlights of that shot, definitely.
Thank you. Yeah, we're similar athletes, both really good athletes, me and Jack Sock. So, yeah.
I was mentioning it to I was mentioning earlier that your styles are similar. Definitely, you got that same smile that takes place when you hit a winner on someone, and you're always got good humor. It's really noticeable coming from tennis. That style is noticeable. That you've just got skills that a lot of us, don't acquire by not having all that tennis background.
So then my last question for the two of you, and it's mostly for Leah, is would you play mixed with Jack Sock? Oh, there it is.
Oh, the mics are off.
We'll end on that. No, congratulations on a great match. Thank you, guys.
Congrats.
We'll see you in the final.
Great job.
Hi, Mom.
Shout out to Mom.
Shout out to Mom, and shout out to Jack Sock.
That's good.
He took Ben Johns to 3 today, and now he's got maybe a new mix partner. Oh, did I spoil it? Come on, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it live, Jeff. Sorry, I didn't say who won. I just said it went 3. It went to 3. I had
3-0-2.
I may have placed a wager on it, so I had to watch it live. I'm back here after having a lead and dropping game 1. Fernberg and Timmerman up.
That's kind of the way they
Set
started.
up.
It was the way they started the last game. But listen. I don't have a rooting interest in this.
0-3-1.
No?
I would love a third game.
Yes, I would too. I just
Second
love
server.
watching them play their best pickleball. And they are.
Really well played again. I mean, we've not had a Thursday premiere night where I left going, "Oh, that was bad play."
Right.
But you've had some that are elevated
0-3-2.
above others, and I do think we're getting some really good play.
Point.
Been working a lot for Connor tonight, crashing into the middle. And
Crash in the middle, and he is quick getting in there.
1-3-2.
He also has that
Point.
beautiful touch on that backhand drop.
it's
Soft and floating, just
just
2-3-2.
floating. Yes, it's like a feather that just
Mm-hmm.
makes its way over the net.
again, it just looks effortless.
Set out.
I like that attempt from Erica, though, because
3,
Alec
2,
definitely gave
1.
that to her.
Yeah, she had the alley for sure.
And it'll
Yeah, the shot selection.
and it at least
Second server.
it lets him know that she will try that
He's
shot.
got to be.
So
You
have
got to
be
keep him
aware.
3,
honest
2, 2.
with it, yeah.
Yep.
With so
Set
many
out.
shots, people will say, if you don't put it away, you shouldn't poach. I don't agree with that because you're making
2,
them think the next time
3,
they think you're going same
1.
thing with that ball. You're going to go behind them. You're keeping them honest, whether you made it or you didn't. You put that thought in their head, and makes them play the game differently.
Second server.
Well, and if
2, 3, 2.
when you poach, you do expect to put the ball away. It's not always going to happen that way.
Right.
So, but you
Well,
make
you
the
do
attempt.
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
you
I mean,
do
you're
it.
doing it with the idea of
Point.
that. But I'm just saying, if you don't, it's still an effective move.
3, 3, 2. Set out. 3, 3, 1.
Wow.
Second server.
Connor's found his stride a little bit in
Yeah.
this next part
3,
of this
3,
game.
2.
After initially going down 0-3, they tied it up. Looking to get a side out here. That return drops right on the back line.
Point.
That backhand roll of Alex has been
4,
a
3, 2.
weapon tonight. And he knew right off Connor's paddle that was going out, too.
Yes.
He said no right away. Called Downey off of it.
Point.
And they now pick up 2 quickies, and it's
5, 3, 2.
5-3.
Yeah, that
Point.
backhand roll is so quick for him.
Well, before that, he had to come up and pick one up off the ground, and he got it to an
Come back at
unattackable
6,
spot
3,
and got
2.
himself balanced
Down
and
his
back on the
server.
point to where he could end that. And the winner of this match goes to the finals for tonight. And then a reminder that all of the previous winners will be playing in the Thursday Premier Night Championships. All of these Premier Nights have been leading up to next week, the season finale. If you've been following along, make sure you tune in or come on out. It starts at 5 o'clock. Come join us. Eat some hot dogs. I've promised plant-based hot dogs for those who need them. I will make good on that. I'll bring them.
I'll be here for one.
You'll be here.
I will.
Lori will eat one.
I will eat one.
15 seconds.
You have 7 days
Alec, you got 2 timeouts
to watch.
left, bro.
I won't even tell you. Just watch one
Erica, you got
documentary
one timeout
about why you
left.
should eat a plant-based hot
Time
dog.
in, guys.
Or don't.
Or don't. Or don't.
Here we go. We got 6.
Or come out and just eat a. You
3,
can eat a regular
2.
hot dog. That's how much I want everybody here next week.
I'm kind of worried about
Set
what
out.
I'm going to do after the championship.
Well, we'll probably be at Belknap
3,
on Thursday.
6, 1.
Yeah.
All right. I was getting a little concerned about it because this has just been
about
such an amazing
what to do with your Thursday
series.
nights.
Yeah.
Point.
I think I'm actually going to go to Belknap and just commentate people's rec matches.
All right.
Yeah.
4,
I might
6,
join
1.
you once in a while.
We'll do that. Yeah. You're just going to interview people after they win rec
Yes,
games. Yeah.
I think that.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go for that.
Whoa, what a shot there by Connor. Just kind of redirected his backhand. That's not
5,
one,
6,
but
1.
We'll see it eventually.
Second server.
I've been there though. You hit a great winner at one point, and then the next one comes back, and there's
It's
a
a
forehand.
fickle
There's a
game.
high
5, 6, 2.
forehand. And you're like, how did I miss that one?
Miss what seems to be easier.
Yeah, we've all done it.
Yeah.
Side
I think
out.
sometimes when you're just reacting, you're playing your natural game, and you have a rhythm. And then
6.
that ball that's a little bit easier, you take 1 second to think about it. Now you dropped your rhythm. And
Or I think also at this level,
6,
it surprises
5,
you.
1.
You don't get a ton of balls that are that
Yeah, I
right there
agree.
in where you want them. So
I
it's,
agree.
ooh.
Second server.
He thought about hitting it, made the right decision to lay off. And it's 6-5.
6, 5, 2.
2. There it is.
Point.
I'm sure Alec and Downey would love to keep extending this lead, given what happened in game 1.
Yes.
7, 5, 2.
Alec made sure that it got extended by at least 1.
Side out.
That was a heck of a drop, and Connor got out to it and hit a really good shot.
5,
back.
7, 1. Point.
Caught Alec on the move, and Downey's chuckling at him a little bit there, clapping at his
He's coming
grace.
back.
Yeah.
6, 7,
I
1.
believe his child is crying off
Yeah, I think
the
that
court.
would be a little hard.
I've been there. It's not easy.
No.
Point.
Keep your focus when you're. Well, it's tied up again. Here we are, 7-7.
7, 7, 1.
That
Second
one
server.
is out. 7-7-2 now.
7, 7, 2. Side out.
Alec is really stroking it tonight.
He is. Yep. As we mentioned, he's playing super well.
7, 7, 1.
But even with that, Erica and Connor just
They're-
kind of quietly
Yes.
stay in these games. They chip their
They're
way back
consistent.
into.
They're consistent.
Yep, when they're down. and-
Solidly consistent.
Second server. 7-7-2.
That's a great backhand.
That's a big shot from Downey.
Point.
That helped her win episodes 4, 5, and 6. She's a two-time mixed doubles winner on
8-7-2.
TPN, so she will be here next week. Alec will also be here next week for the championships, although he has not won one yet. He has been a runner-up and third place.
Point. 9-7-2. Set up.
Connor made quick work of that one, but Alec and Downey did
7-9-1.
inch ahead to 9-7. They try to force a game 3.
Point. 8-9-1. Point.
Nice couple of shots by Connor. There was one from his backhand to Alec's backhand that he had to
9-9-1.
reset, and he got himself up there. Such a great transitional
Point.
shot.
Time out. Come back. It's 10-9-1. Connor serving.
Yeah, his drops put just a little bit more pressure. And then, again, your timing's a little bit off.
And you know he's coming in behind it.
You know he's coming.
He's closing it. He's closing
Thanks
in
a lot
quickly.
for helping me out, because
And
the idea was I was looking at the top of the first game score.
And the thing
I
about
said
his
5.
close is
It wasn't. It was 3.
he can do a
I didn't
lot
know
of
if I should,
things
like,
with
yell
it
across
because he's so has such good
Well, the
body
player was
control
finished, then, you know, if we didn't
that
catch it, then
his
it's
he can
okay.
put the
Appreciate
ball
it.
away on a close.
You're gonna
He
stick
can
the
also
dog
take
on
the
me, weren't you?
pace off on the close if it's not there.
15 seconds.
You know, sometimes if someone's coming in hard and you rip at them, they can't
You
control.
guys got one timeout.
Right.
Serving team,
But
receiving
he
team got the one
has
timeout.
Great control.
Time in.
So he's such a threat when he does that.
All right. Let's see if this timeout helps
10,
Downey and Alec
9, 1.
save off at least one match point. This is server 1 still.
Second server.
Just out, so they do. Try to hold off one more.
The value of the timeout.
The value of the timeout.
10, 9, 2. Game.
A little help from the net cord.
Good match. Good
and
match.
really good match.
Really great match.
12-10, 11-9.
Both games, Downey and Alec started off strong.
Yep.
But the consistency and the drive behind Erica and Connor
they just kind of
they don't.
It's a little
Did you get it, Dan?
unassuming.
Yeah.
And you almost like
12,
you
10,
blink and
I
all
got
of a
it.
sudden they're creeping back in on it. And they
9,
just
2.
stay in the match, and even within points, they just calmly stay in the point. And
Game.
a little help from the net cord.
Good match. Good
and
match.
really good match.
Really, I mean, there were a couple
thought you were gonna
drives
say beer.
wide.
Yep.
A couple drives.
I keep waiting to
but
hear that
the
someday.
shot selection
Is-
is so good.
Yes. Yep. The decision making. Well, really, when you watch at this level, all around the courts, you have to win the point. Your opponent most of the time is not going to just hit a bad shot or make a bad decision. So we are set for our finals tonight. Erica Venting and Connor Mogul take on Leah Tauber and Casey Cullen. Let's swing it down to stats, which are on the screen. Pat, Jeff, what do you got?
Yeah, really tight match there across both of the games. You know, Benton and Mogul were able to pull out a win there. And once again, we saw some great defense and some limited offense from Erica, and just incredible shots from Mogul. He's just everywhere. It doesn't matter how much pressure you put on him. It seems like he just gets it back, and he gets it back with quality. Yeah, what did you see there, Jeff?
Yeah, really similar. I mean, I saw him slowing down a little bit from the game prior to that, though. So I think he's going to have to reach a little bit deep and try to come back to that pace that he had before.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have as much challenge. Those drives that he hit before were going 3-4 back and forth. This game, it wasn't that deep. They didn't last as long. But I noticed that him coming across the court, he's coming across a little less than he was the match before. And we'll just see. He's so sharp, and he's everywhere. And you guys mentioned it earlier on, I never really got to talk about it, but one of the things we talk about in teaching and training is being balanced for every shot. And I never see a player that's more balanced than he is. I mean, he comes across, he's wide, he's balanced, and he's ready for whatever's coming back, knowing that every time it's coming back too. So, very impressive player.
Yeah, and looking at Erica's stat line, I mean, that just speaks to how well she just does her job, right? Only 6 unforced errors, by far the least.
Yep.
Yeah.
And,
she's just so utterly consistent.
Yes.
I think we got them now down on side court for an interview if you'd like.
We would.
Yeah, hey, Connor and Erica, congratulations on the semifinal win. Awesome work. Yeah. Yeah.
So, any strategy that took place there as you were entering that game? Or?
I can't help you. Sorry.
I think originally we were planning to slow down a little bit, but we ended up being a little bit more aggressive when we went down kind of big in that first game. So we'll probably look to do that here again.
One thing I noticed, you can't get any closer than 12-10, 11-9. So I like your stick to it in this, if that's a word. But I think that tells us all that you have to gut it out all the way to the end. There's no coasting in these games tonight that we watch. It's like every point matters, and it's never over till the end. Great job, you guys. Erica, tell us a little bit. I noticed that you were throwing up a few more lobs this game, but what's your strategy coming into this next match?
Just have fun.
Have either of you played against either Leah or Casey in the past?
Yeah, I guess I played them together on Saturday. So, yeah, they're a really solid team. Should be a good game.
And Erica, you have not played either one of them. All right, but you already knew not to hit it to Casey, so that's a start.
She's definitely smart. Yeah.
You did your scouting. All right, well, I know you've got a championship match to prepare for. Congratulations, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
So we're getting set for the championship match. Casey and Leah are such a tough team. What do you see that Erica and Connor need to do to topple the 1 seed?
I think it's going to be interesting because I love Leah's shots, but I think the consistency that Erica has is really good. I think that she's going to push her to take more shots, to have to play more shots. And I think that I don't think that they've seen the likes of Connor's power to the net yet tonight. So I don't know if that'll be a little bit of a surprise because you're going to have really quick hands the way he closes in. Yeah, I think they just need to be, keep playing the way they are. They're complementing each other. They're playing well together. They're playing, great teamwork. They're consistent. They're making good shot choices. But again, when you play another person who's maybe, I don't know level-wise the difference, but it puts a little more pressure on you. It makes you rush your shots a little bit more. So I don't know what we're going to see. I can't predict this one.
I do think so. We watched the last time, I think it was in the mixed final when Leah played, and her and Kristen Reinhardt just went backhand to backhand dinking for, so many different points.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I'm saying, but she's not playing the backhand.
Oh, that is right. Oh,
So
that was the women's final.
It was
that
the
was
women's
the women's
final.
Yes.
And so I'm just curious. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure because I haven't really seen her play that position.
Right. No, I think that you will see her and Erica doing a lot of dinking with each other.
Yes.
I think Leo will be up to the task. But I'm interested to see that.
Yeah, I think she's. I think she's just a great player, and but if someone can put the pressure on her, I think it's Erica because she is so solid and so consistent, and she doesn't get shaken. If there's a speed up or something, she keeps her composure and.
Well, it should be a really good match. I'm super excited. I think they are very well matched teams, and I think they're both playing exceptionally well tonight.
I agree.
So we're getting close to this, and then that will be it for these regular Thursday premiere nights, and next week will be the grand finale.
Yes. That's what everybody's been working for,
What
what we're waiting for.
And as a reminder, the winner of this match does get $800.
Nice.
The split, the loser gets $200.
Nice.
So they will not go home empty-handed.
And then the prize for the championship?
$3,000 in total prize.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
That is nice. Now, it took 9 weeks to get there. Yes. So.
Yes, they're going to have worked hard for
There's been a lot of pickleball to get to this point.
But getting paid to play pickleball?
Well, that's the dream.
I mean, come on.
That is the dream, and I think if you ask most of these players too, just getting to be part of this event, money or no money, has been really cool. Drawing players from other parts of the state, a couple other states.
And other states, yeah.
And playing some high-level pickleball.
And again, making new friends. I was out here several weeks ago, but all the ladies connected with each other that play in here, and they all came out and played together.
I saw that, and it's happened a couple times now.
Yeah, it's great.
Really cool. There is a social aspect to pickleball that doesn't exist as much in the other sports that I've played. I certainly was not rushing to hang out with the people I played pickup basketball with.
No.
Let's see if we can bring in some other eyes here. Jeff and Pat, you've seen both of these teams play tonight.
I don't know if we're going to run out of battery or not.
What are some keys to victory for both sides, or what are you expecting from this match?
Yeah, so keys to victory here, don't miss, right? You just got to hit perfect shots the whole time, and then there's no way you can lose.
Yep.
So whoever does that is going to win this
Put
match.
the ball in more than the other team.
Yeah, just don't miss. No. Yeah, I don't know. Jeff and I were just speculating as to what we see, and, we have 4 fantastic players on the court right now, and 2 very dominant male players and 2 spectacular female players who hold their own and hold it down and let their partners do some work on the court. And Jeff and I think there's going to be an eruption of hands battles between Colin and Mogul here. That's what we're hoping for.
We better have the button pressed for replays and highlights. So
get ready, highlight crew, like it's coming for sure. Keys to the match, I think it's going to ultimately be who's going to like place better balls that are not as attackable and not opening up those opportunities. I think the team that gets the opportunity to strike first is ultimately going to be more likely to come out on top in the point and the match. So
Pat, people loved the 1 week you brought up Puppet Master.
Yeah.
And then you haven't dropped any more pickleball history on us. Next week, can you in 7 days, can you find some more pickleball Snapple facts for us?
Yeah,
by next week?
absolutely. I will
Okay.
prepare a list. I have a story about Casey's mother too. I played her in a tournament in 2015. So, but another time. We're starting this match. Good luck
Okay,
to everyone.
All right. When you said I have a story about Casey's mother, we were all
That was a little
we were
frightening.
all concerned. But if you
Let's
played her
get
in
to
a
the
tournament-
match. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Let's get to the match.
Yeah. All right. You can keep us in suspense for that. The first little bit of combustion between Mogul and Cohen.
Wow.
That one goes deep.
They're going to keep coming.
Yeah. All right. If that's any indication of what we're in for, this is
Yeah.
going to be fun.
Uh-huh.
We're at 2 side outs. No points yet. And side out there from Casey.
Yeah.
It's 1-0. If you're at home wondering why we're being quiet, it's because we are over top of championship court. And it's very quiet in here all of a sudden. Everybody's paying attention to the championship match.
This is an exciting match. So
Other than the little bit of 80s new wave we have going on. The hands from Connor Mogul.
Leah gets everything back, doesn't she?
Yes. Look at those resets.
Wow.
And then it leads to an out. A
Yeah.
ball being hit out,
Yeah.
but she saved a couple of
She
balls.
sure
that
did.
Not a lot of people get those back.
Again, it seems the harder they hit at her, the more relaxed she is.
Oh, that serve took a little skip. And the 1 seed's up 4-0, although Erica and Connor have been here before.
Yes, they have.
Yeah. They've climbed back from some deficits. They're going to take a timeout now, early.
So, good timeout. And why do you take a timeout? You know, you take a timeout because the other team's on a roll. You want to ice them. You need to reset yourself. A lot of reasons why you might take a timeout.
This seemed like a little bit of a reset yourself one.
Yes.
Bob Trout and Raymond Zamora tag teaming this match. We want to make sure we get as many eyes on the championship match as possible. So here we go, 5-0, and coming out of a timeout.
Yeah, just putting a little more pressure on them. Just
That's just super solid play all around, and Casey's able to get in there, and when he gets a high ball, everybody here plays pretty good defense, but his overheads don't generally come back.
wow.
He also seems super dialed in on this.
Yep.
I think
much more so than even the earlier
yeah,
games.
yeah. I do think he he's turned it up a notch here.
Nice little scorpion there.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if they have another comeback in them.
Come on, team. There we go. They're on the
There's
board.
one. Yep. No announcer jinx there on his overheads, so I feel pretty safe on those. Yeah.
I think it's anything goes now. So I'm talking about, we haven't seen him miss a serve the whole way. Just a little more pressure.
A little more.
It's
Great little backhand punch there. Connor. I'm going to try to get the ball back here. That's 9-1, the one seeds up.
There we go. See if they can inch their way back into this game.
What a shot.
Wow. Wow. That was just
What
an
a
amazing shot.
Yes. That one right there, that backhand.
Wow.
What a point.
That's a great point.
What
Again,
a
a
point.
little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. There was a shot in that rally that I wanted to ID, and then now I can't even remember all of what happened. So much transpired. All
Yeah,
right,
don't
here
blink.
we
Here
go.
they're coming back.
Chipping
Yeah.
away a little bit. That's what they do. And this is a hard team to chip away against because they don't beat themselves a lot.
Right. Wow. That was an amazing point.
There was a shot in the middle of that rally that it looked like Casey was going to come over and hit the dink, and he let it go.
Yeah.
And Leah just picked it up
Like
very
nothing,
easily
yeah.
and hit a perfect dink.
Yeah.
And so the concentration there, it may not have been a shot everybody saw
Right.
as being key in that rally.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people hit that one into the net.
Because it's distracting. You have to have such great focus.
And you're not ready for it. You're not prepared to hit the shot. She was right on it.
You know, Connor's backhand, he just now on that high backhand, but also Casey was hitting those powerful overheads that are coming up, and he's just taking that backhand high and driving it down.
You know what's great too is whether it's pretty much the same swing and motion no matter what.
Yes.
And Leah had originally called Casey off with that ball, and I thought she made a good call,
it
and it landed in, and he still got it back. But great lob.
That
There it is.
lob
There's
was so disguised.
There's the Erica lob.
Yeah. It was like no one saw it coming.
Oh, that one drops.
That gearbox paddle is so interesting that she's using. It doesn't make any sound.
It doesn't, no. I think it dampens it a lot, which is, I think that she likes it because it helps with tennis elbow. And it
Yes.
must be the dampening that helps the tennis elbow and the sound.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'm watching her hit, and I'm thinking, oh, that ball's not coming over. And
That's,
it is.
that's really good from Leah on that point, though. To get the side out, and it's now 9-6.
Wow.
I think
was
Erica,
almost a
I think
collision
Erica
on the
surprised
court there.
surprised them a little bit.
Yeah.
Where that ball was hit. And the serve's deep, so this is what they've done tonight. Venting and
Well,
Mobile.
they just inched their way back
yeah.
into the game.
Probably not the possession they wanted. They got it back at 6-9, and were not able to close that gap. And now Sovereign Cullen will try to close game one.
Wow.
There we go.
Ten, 6-1. Point game. Switch heads, please.
That's the first game.
You did see a more animated KC in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
the
he had
championship
to,
man.
think he had to light it up. They were,
Yeah.
you know, they were putting some pressure on him. And, some great points, some amazing points.
Yep. Very well played first game. It moved fast for how many?
Yes.
Yeah. Very fast moving first game, but very, very fun to watch. So we now go to game two. Leah Tauber looking to keep up her streak of Thursday premiere night perfection.
Yeah, that's
How'd you do, honey?
really something to see.
Better.
And if you haven't yet, and
Oh,
if you've been watching all night and you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. Look, we gave you that little graphic so that you even know how to do it. You just click the button that says subscribe,
Hit
and
the
then
bell.
15 seconds, guys.
Ring the bell.
that's it. And then anytime that there's a new video that comes up, anytime that you get to hear my voice or Lori's voice or Tori's voice, your phone will notify you. You can hear this. And we'll be just in time for next week's premiere night finals, and there'll be
Guys,
other
all set,
events
Connor?
too that'll be live
Good?
streamed. So do us
Here
a
we go.
favor, help us out.
0, 0.
Hit that
2.
subscribe button. Please don't have had our production team make that graphic for nothing. What a get.
That roller, that's a tough ball to
Point.
play. You don't know when it's coming down.
And it was so close to the net when it landed. And
1, 0, 2.
Just handled it.
That was a nice deep return.
Set out. 0, 1, 1.
Great coverage.
Point.
That's
Great
yes,
court
yes.
coverage.
Excellent court coverage and covering for your teammate. What?
1, 1, 1.
And then Connor got aggressive, got in there. Gets him the point. We're at 1-1.
Point.
Little miscommunication.
Now it's 2-1.
2, 1, 1.
haven't seen Erica and Connor play with a lead. Always fighting their way back in.
Maybe they're turning over a new leaf here.
Second server.
2-1-2. And I think
2-1-2.
if you're Benting and Mogul, you would love to get another point or two here.
Set out.
But I don't know if I'd count that as a jinx, but I didn't have the words out yet.
1-2-1.
So it goes back to Talbot and Cullen at 1-2.
Second server.
That's what you had mentioned early on. Erica trying to soften that game and
1-2-2.
going forehand to forehand with Leah.
Wow.
Yep.
That missed her.
Point.
Such a good shot.
That's
Such an incredible shot.
That was an incredible
Yep.
shot.
And that one, I think in 3 weeks that I've seen her hit.
2-2-2.
Found the right time to pull that out.
Point. Three, 2-2. Set out.
Those are some great points. Nothing's a given here. I
Oh,
mean,
no. Well, if you notice the
2, 3, 1.
Forced errors. It's been very cleanly played. So yes, these points are earned, and I would also argue that we gotta chalk something up as an unforced error, but these errors do also seem fairly forced. There's a little bit-
Right?
even
They
if
are.
when you're talking about pressure and just kind of feeling the heat of what the other team can do.
3, 3-1.
That's a little bit of that's forcing the error
It
too, because
is.
you have to hit that good of a shot.
Wow, that's a great play. Great play. Great play.
Second server.
She kept that point going for
She sure did.
several shots.
3,
longer
3,
than
2.
I thought it would. Casey's a tough guy to lob, though.
Yes, it is. I just kind
Point.
of just plays his overhead so well. That backhand
He
that
does.
he takes off
Yep.
the bounce is just
And he's not just getting them back in play.
No,
They're
he's
fairly
Four, 3, 2.
challenging shots
Yes.
that are coming back. Oh,
Set out.
unfortunate.
yeah.
Hit a great angle.
3, 4, 1.
That net cord is not very big, but it has a lot of effect in this game.
Certainly does.
Second server.
Yeah, you can be all ready to make the play on the ball, and it moves just a hair. And
3, 4,
You
2.
see too with the high level players, they can still take a ball off the tape. They're always ready to hit it.
yeah.
Set out.
Really strong point there from Connor. And once again,
4,
I
3, 1.
I thought that ball was out. So I had not
I
seen
think our
one.
position's just a little
It could be.
difficult
We're
here.
Second server. There you go, Connor. Yeah. Go get it. 4, 3, 2. Set out.
He's not missed that one a ton tonight.
No, the top spin.
3-4-1.
Really brings it down. A high percentage of the time.
Second server. 3-4-2. Point.
I haven't seen him miss a ton
4,
of returns
4,
tonight
2.
either.
Well, they really haven't made any mistakes.
No.
It's been very clean, very clean.
What a firefight there.
Set out.
There's some high-speed pickleball.
Quick hands.
4-4-1.
Intentional shots at that fast pace. She took him again.
Second server.
He did. No, in the other matches, I did not see him get challenged down that line much. He was coming in and standing in the middle.
4-4-2.
And able to do that.
Set out. Four, 4-1. Second server.
It's a good return.
Nice deep return.
Yes, very good return. Erica putting
Four,
more pressure
4-2.
on that third shot.
Point. 5-4-2. Point.
Really good attacks.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if you give him an inch.
6-4-2.
Yep.
Set out.
Yeah, that's a good hold. And
4-6-1.
Benting and Mogul to get it back. They're down 4-6.
Oh, she's
That's
taken
Second server.
Yes.
3 times.
Well, they're well placed. She's picking the right time.
4-6-2.
And she's, yes, definitely keeping him honest.
Side out.
Quick side out. Talbert and Cullen get the serve back.
6-4-1.
5 points away from the championship.
Second server.
Well played there. Connor Mogul.
6-4-2. Point.
Interesting that Casey's taking the pace off the serve. Putting out his spin.
Timeout.
dropping
Come back
it
at
short.
7-4-2. Case is serving.
And taking him out of that power game.
Yeah. Yeah.
That power stroke.
I wonder what the if that's what he's attempting to do, but it's working.
Yeah.
Gonna be here next week.
The last 2 serves to him.
We gotta be here at 5.
So a timeout at 7-4.
stuff till 3.
And just a reminder, next week
Oh, shoot.
it's the Premier Night Championships. Everything's been leading up to this.
The
We're
one
starting at
division
5
out
o'clock.
here,
So
the
we're
King's room is
starting a little bit
here,
earlier. So if you're on the West Coast, you got to tune in
the
at
other
2
one's
o'clock.
at Fred's on
And
Alpine
if you're
now.
here, you might have to get out of work early, but figure out a way to do that. Come on down, hang out with us, and if you can't,
I thought that was in
then
Walker.
They stay at a sports
how handy that you can
Yeah.
watch on YouTube.
All right,
and you
guys.
can have a reminder to tune in if you subscribe. So if you're
You
still
guys got one
watching
timeout left. You guys got 2 timeouts
and
left.
you haven't
Time
subscribed
in.
yet, please do so.
All right, we have got
Definitely helps
7,
us out. So we
4,
appreciate everybody
2.
who's tuned in throughout this entire season.
Point.
Point coming out of the timeout.
8-4-2.
8-4. 3 points away now. from the championship.
Nine point.
Nice little finish there.
She is just like a wall back.
9-4-2.
It's funny, you can see, I've seen some of the disappointment in her when she hits
Side
it
out.
right there. And I'm like, you're allowed to miss every now and then. Right. Like, that was the first time she missed going behind.
4-9-1.
She's gotten them on that a few times. Yep.
Wow.
Come on now. Second server.
That is a highlight reel point, yes.
Nice game. 4-9-2.
Had a lot of them tonight. These are some really strong points here.
There's no easy point here tonight.
It's to the point where
Side out.
when we have a missed serve return, which is extremely common.
Right. 9-4-1
tonight because there's been so few of those types of errors.
Point.
Oh gosh,
Oh,
Erica, I'm so sorry.
10-4-1.
You could have a free shot at me. You can hit a ball right at my face the next time.
Second server. Yeah.
Oh, one more serve.
10. No, you're good. 10-4-2.
10-4-2. One more championship point.
Point game. Great match. Great match. Thank you very much.
Championship match. It wasn't that much closer than that. 11-4 would indicate. But Leah Tauber, Casey Cullen come out on top. That is Leah's third in a row. That is Casey's first. He's 1 for 1 in premiere night. And
Casey's going to have to thank Leah because she's the ace in the hole.
he did earlier. He did say the point. He did say that she carried him. And
hey,
we'll see Erica and Connor next week. We'll get another crack at this. They both played so well.
Bye, Mark. We'll see you Saturday. Point game. Great match. Great match. Thank you very much.
It wasn't get on social media. Much
great game.
Than that. The guys are standing by.
Thank you, Bobby.
They didn't make you guys have to push that unforced error button too much, but what'd you notice in that one?
Probably what I noticed.
You guys played amazing, bro. Fantastic play.
Game, we talk about a lot of
very well.
the speed ups and the pace of the game.
You're ready to get out of here. Come on.
One thing I really noticed when we see this level of play is that all the way through this entire night, we're almost, 4 hours into this, and their serves are still deep, 2 feet off the line, a foot off the line. They're hitting the line. They're still got power right from the get. And I don't know about any of you, but it seems to me that our games usually slow down when we get fatigued or we get towards the end, and we don't see that with this level of play. But one of the things I noticed we were talking about is that Leia's opportunity to keep Connor honest going down that line behind him, I think really made a big difference in this game. It didn't let him stretch as much as he wanted to come over to get a few of them balls, and it burned him 3 or 4 times that really we hadn't seen all night. So
yep. Yeah. He had not been tested there much.
Connor was commanding the middle the entire night until she took him out and those misdirects, and he had to be play more honest, and it took away a little bit of his game.
Yeah, absolutely. And she took it away in more ways than that too. Connor got some great opportunities. He clocked some strong balls to the back of the court, and almost every time Leah was back there and put the ball back and put it back with quality. I think that was one of the ultimate differences here. Both the men are fantastic, both the women are fantastic, but I feel like Leah was just able to dig out a few more shots when the offense was coming her way, and it kept them in the point and made them able to capitalize here throughout this match. So Yeah, and especially in game 2, we saw a few more errors from Benton and Mogul. They kind of had a slightly slower start in game 1. I think they had to sort of acclimate to their opponents here. But they got into it, they found a groove, and they were bringing some great points to this championship match here. But ultimately, Cullen and Tauber just had so many winners and just capitalized on their opportunities, and combined with the errors from Benton and Mogul, I think that's what led them to victory here. So,
I think all of those winners that you see for Tauber all came in the second game. And basically, like I said, I think that's just made the final difference in the game. That typically we hadn't seen that many, mostly as a men hitting those winners all through the night, but she really came through and I think held her own really well and represented phenomenally. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And Erica's quality was too. You could tell Erica got amped up there throughout that match too. I don't think I've ever seen her play with such intensity. And not to say she's not intense, but she was in it. She was just going so hard, and it brought out a fantastic championship match here. So kudos to all the players, but special congrats to our champions, Casey Cullen and Leah Tauber.
I think we got them on courtside now.
Yeah, Casey, Leah, congratulations on the victory. So first things first, what are you both planning to do with the winnings?
Ooh, you go first.
I gotta just save it. I save it all.
But that's like your pickleball game. Smart and very well placed. Yes, strategic. I like it.
Gas money?
Casey's not a saver. So.
Yeah, gas money to come here again.
Coming back next week?
Well, next week.
What did I say last time?
You said you were going to Chili's or Outback or something like that.
So.
Those places might be closed now, so you're gonna have to pick something that's open in Grand Rapids. But
76th Street Diner.
Yeah,
24/7.
$400 will buy you a lot of Chick-fil-A. So Casey? Are you coming back next week for the final? You don't know yet.
TBD. Yeah.
TBD. Oh, you're going to keep us in suspense.
I don't have a partner yet because
she might be taken.
She is taken.
I think she is taken. Yeah. So there might be a few people who watch tonight might want to pick you up. I'm not sure. There will be a few of those. What's interesting, there'll be tough decisions coming up because some of those players that have won more than once with different partners, now they have to decide what they're going to do with that. So.
So Leah, if you've won 3 of these, are you saving all of those winnings? You're saving?
Yeah, all of it.
That's are you a finance major?
No.
Oh, okay. You should be. That's smart play.
She is a student though.
So that was. I mean, they played you guys pretty tougher than I think maybe the score indicated. You guys had to turn it on a little bit. Just kind of describe that match and them as players too, as opponents.
I think we definitely were struggling, or at least I was struggling. Wasn't playing my normal game at all. Kind of got in my head a little, was a little down on myself, but picked it up near the end, and they just played unbelievable. Connor got every single ball. I don't think he made a single mistake, which was insane, and so did Erica. So they played just insane, and I think they really took it to us. But yeah, I think we pulled it off.
And you guys both shouted out parents earlier. Are your roommates watching? Are there people at U of M that are tuning in that you need to shout out?
Yeah. Shout out 930 Church, my best friends at Michigan. They're all watching. Thanks, guys.
Casey, you have anybody? You have an address of people watching? You just kind of just gave away your address on live stream. That's okay.
Wow.
We'll cut that. Maybe.
No, I think that makes the highlight reel, actually.
Yeah. All right. Casey, anybody else you got to shout out?
My mom, sister, obviously family in California, and my high school tennis team. Hopefully they're watching. We got tryouts in about 7 hours, so it's going to be a quick turnaround here.
All right. Last chance to give away your mom's address if you want to. All right, I tried. Hey, congratulations, guys. You played fantastic tonight. Hopefully we'll see you back here next week. Well, Leah, I know we'll see you back next week, but congratulations on a super well-played night.
Thank you.
Yeah, amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
Congrats,
everyone.
guys.
It was
You
awesome.
bet.
Thank you.
Well, that's it, gentlemen. We, thank you to everybody for tuning in tonight. Obviously, thank you to our wonderful crew, everybody who helped out, from camera folks to refs to scorekeepers to our two stat guys, Pat and Jeff, holding this thing down. We're going to have to, we'll have to get together and have you guys keep stats on something else on Thursday nights now. I need a statistical analysis of everything I do in life.
I kind of like your idea of going down to Belknap and just doing some of this.
it.
I mean, what the heck? I mean, I'm going to kind of miss it. So
as
it's
the
like,
rec players walk off the court, you can tell
absolutely.
them how many errors they made. I'm sure they'll love that.
Please don't live stream the errors.
No, we're trying to thin out the courts a little bit. Maybe that'll help the weight if you're telling them how many errors they made. So we
can drive them out. Give them a free sample of some DGF pickleball
I'm joking.
services.
You're all
I think
welcome.
we're going to do Alan's
Everybody's
game
welcome.
first. I really do.
You can tell.
We're going to be all
Listen,
over
I
you,
know
dude.
how many errors I made. I can tell you all the errors I made.
I can tell you some you made today because I was watching.
You are
so.
always giving lessons when I'm playing, and I don't like it. So that's.
It's really a good example of what not to do.
That
so.
is, yeah. That's what I'm really mostly doing. So anyway, Lori, thank you for coming in, filling in.
Thank you so
it was
much
a
for
pleasure.
asking me.
Yep.
Yes.
And next week's going to be fun. So tune in. Hope to see you here from everybody at All In Pickleball Gym and our entire crew here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Welcome to All In Pickleball Gym, the first dedicated indoor pickleball facility in Grand Rapids, featuring 5 full-sized indoor courts and 2 trainer courts that feature a professional outdoor pickleball surface. 16-foot full enclosed ball containment nets on every court will ensure that you will never have to yell "ball" again. Looking to level up your game? Join any one of our leagues, drill sessions, or training clinics scheduled throughout the week. Industry lighting, online booking, key code access, custom training courts, and players' lounge are just a few of the amazing things about All In Pickleball Gym. Come check out our facility in Byron Center, Michigan at 400 76th Street, Byron Center, or visit our website at allinpickleballgym.com.